state coordinator of AgriCell as a young person, because at least he's not dyeing his hair like some of, well, I won't call the rest. So he has the energy, the passion, and you will believe with me when he comes to present this paper. Why is the MC? Okay, please, I want to yield the floor for the rest of the things. Thank you very much, and God bless us.
All right, thank you. Let's celebrate our able professor, the essay on climate change, His Excellency Professor Muhammad Al-Amin, in his sisters, please. Make him much clap, please. Thank you, Professor. Moving on is a paper presentation, which will be led by so charismatic and energetic personality, which I will be inviting. Yushawi Elsnes Sani, PhD in Bio, is a climate change ambassador, a data scientist, and innovator passionate about building sustainable futures. He works on climate resilience, land restoration, and technology through initiatives like AgriCell project, where he is serving as a state coordinator of the project. His climate innovation have earned national and international recognition, and he is dedicated to helping young people turn environmental challenges into opportunities. Please join me in welcoming Malan Yushaw Elsnes Sani, Project Coordinator AgriCell, with the topic Greening Katsina, Social Forestry as a Tool for Environmental Restoration and Economic Empowerment. Thank you, sir, for being here. I think it is 15 to 20 minutes presentation. Thank you, sir.
All my friends became your friends. All my ears became your ears.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, distinguished guests and gentlemen, and other invited participants. I stand on the existing protocol established by the MC. I received a message by the organizers to present this paper. But when I see the people here, the profs and the other prof, I just feel like I started praying in my mind that I should be able to say something good. Thank you very much. In 2023, there was a report by the United Nations Convention for Combating Desertification, that is the UNCCD. And they provide a report that 50 to 75% of Nigerian vegetation is lost over the last 3 decades. Another studies also show that the satellite image of Nigerian vegetation 50 years ago and now, that over 4 million hectares of vegetation is lost out of the 13 million vegetation cover that we have in Nigeria. And the large part of the places where this loss of vegetation occurred is the northeastern state and the northwestern state. And Katsina is one of the northwestern states. In Katsina, this loss of vegetation is largely due to the anthropogenic activities of our people, more especially in search of energy. Because in Katsina, around 74% of our households relies on wood for energy in terms of cooking. And for that, trees are being cut. And these trees are being cut not only for even the consumption of Katsina, but even exported to other parts of the country. In fact, there is a popular charcoal now known as Batsari. And we know Batsari is Katsina State. 2 months ago, we were having a land restoration project in Dajindawan Allah, which is Abdallawa community, along Enhoho. And we realized that there used to be between 2 to 5 trucks loaded of charcoal every day passing by from the NOHO side coming to town. So one day we have to block them, ask some questions before we now organize a task force to go and close that charcoal production site. But that raises a very important question, that how many other sites do we have across the state? So to say, this is a very, very big problem, cutting down of trees. And from the engagement that we have from most of the people who are having that practice is because they don't feel like the forest reserve areas or the trees that they are cutting belongs to them. They always believe that it belongs to government. So tindana gwamnati ne kawai asari. And that's what makes the themes of today's program very important: social forestry. According to Food and Agriculture Organization, they define social forestry as a growing of tree for rural development. Growing and management of trees for rural development through 5 components. One of the components is agroforestry, which involves interplanting of cash crops and trees in the same farmland. Tree tenure, which involves giving license, planting trees and giving license to other people to either cut part of it or use part of it for economic purpose. And then village woodlots, that is alternative trees for energy generation. Rehabilitation of degraded forest reserve areas. And the last one, shelter belts. Each of these components is very important in driving economic empowerment. And since social forestry, it is done for the rural, to develop the rural settings, it should be driven by the community where those projects are being carried out. And maybe that is one thing that is left out in previous projects that have been done in terms of afforestation. If we are to leverage on the potential of social forestry, which I'm going to mention the potential, I believe it is going to drive a lot of rural development. And for us to do that, we need a massive sensitization of these people to understand that those projects, it is for them and it belongs to them, rather than the current narrative that it belongs to government. They need to understand that trees are beyond just for shading and energy. There are many other benefits of trees, more especially the economic aspect. These rural dwellers need to understand that planting trees or having trees can even make them richer than their normal farming activities. For example, in an hectare of land, if you are planting trees at the interval of 7.2 meters, that 1 hectare will take approximately 260 trees. So imagine planting an improved mango. You will have 260 heads of improved mango. Each tree can give you 100,000. Each one. So if you multiply 100,000 by the 260 trees that you have in 1 hectare, that is 26 million. And because improved mango does not have a bigger canopy, in between the 7.2, you can even plant guava. Maybe jumbo guava, it doesn't make a bigger canopy as well. Within the same 1 hectare, you can generate an additional 7 million to 10 million added to the 26 million that you have. That is 31 million in 1 hectare. In the same farmland, you can also convert that particular 1 hectare to an agroforestry and even plant other cash crops that are like a wet or colder environment, like onion, like capsicum, like pepper, in the same 1 hectare. Which means in 1 hectare of land, using this social forestry, that is where the people plant the trees themselves, not the government, a farmer will be able to generate between 26 to even 40 or 50 million annually. So tell me which other farming activity that you will do to generate that huge amount of money in only 1 hectare of land. Secondly, if everybody take tree planting as his business and for driving economy, it means there will be more demand. There will be more demand of this tree. And if there are more demand of seedlings, it will create a job opportunity for the younger ones in seedlings production. Thirdly, all of these trees can be processed to another product. If you have a guava or mango and it is being produced at the community level, very large, 500 hectares, 1,000 hectares, it means there will be so much output than the community needed. So that will create another opportunity, more especially for women in terms of food processing, maybe processing the mango or guava or shea plant into shea butter, which will also drive the economy of that community. In addition, I know the Climate Change Secretariat are working on that aspect, carbon credit, carbon market. That is where you have been paid for the tree that you planted. So if you have a dense of trees, of that 260, they have the ability of absorbing carbon from the atmosphere, which is being polluted by industrial countries. And through the carbon credit mechanism, these countries are being charged for the carbon that have been absorbed, that have been captured. So now you benefit from the output of the plant in terms of the fruit that you have sold. You benefit from creating job for the youth. You have additional benefit for creating job in terms of increasing the chain, the value chain. And now you are also being paid for the trees that you planted through the carbon credit mechanism. So this is for us to understand that social forestry can really transform us, can really transform our economy. It can empower our people. And that is one approach that ACRESAL we are doing in terms of land restoration. We are not focusing only on restoring the environment, but we are also being aware of how much can we empower community and how much can we empower the younger generation. I will still give example with the project that we did in Abdallawa. We make sure that we consulted the community. We know what they needed. We provide what they needed, and we give the community, and the community drive the entire project in terms of the plantation, in terms of the management, and management of the trees that have been planted, and in terms of even providing security to the place. All have been handled by the community themselves. And I believe that if all stakeholders in the state will key into this social forestry, it is really, really going to change the narrative, not only by restoring the environment, but also by creating a lot of economic opportunity and will empower the youth. So with that, I will say thank you for this opportunity to speak on this.
All right, thank you. That has been a paper presentation by Malan Yushawi Elsenes, the project coordinator of ACRESAL. I think this is very meaningful and insightful. Please, can we appreciate him? In our midst, we have just received the Ambassador Muhammad Nuh Nagaski, SA on Student Matters, His Excellency, the Governor of Katsina State. Thank you for having you. You're welcome, sir. Also, we have the only female architect in this hall, I can see, Architect Latifa Muhammad Bara'u, a lecturer from the university that is ahead of them naturally, Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. Thank you for being here with us. Also, we have Alhaji Haruna Ahmad, the NYSC representative, representing the state coordinator. Malam Haruna Ahmad, where are you, please? All right, thank you for being here. Also, we have Alhaji Ibrahim Yusuf Nadada, Katsina LGI from NYSC also. He is the discipline master in our school, my former secondary school, GRBSS Batagara. Mun ci uban mu yadda ya kamata. Allah ya yi maka. Thank you, sir, for being here. It's a kind gesture. Thank you. Allah ya taimake ka. Moving on, we are now to take some goodwill message, but this is not as you think. It is a key messages and key presentation by a critical stakeholder. The one that I shall be inviting now is a person with high regard, and I think it is not over until it is over. So he is from the Toastmasters International. He is the Executive Secretary, Katsina State Development Management Board, also the founder of Ideas and Data Global Academy. He is an SDGs advocate. Please, let's welcome Malang Daktura Sheikh Mustafa Shehu for a very well good message. Before then, we are welcoming the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Education, Hajia Zaida Musawa. Thank you, ma, for being here. Me lafaya na akara mata wani abu, Allah ya taimake ki. You welcome.
Mariam, I'm in SS3 Arts from GGSS Jupia. The full name of our club is Climate Action Club, and I can't even recall how many trees we planted. I like the club, and I'm also the president of the club. That's why we just make decision to also rear our trees in the school, to make the school surroundings clean and beautiful, and to also make some shade in the school because of the sun, and also to prevent the school from soil erosion and some disasters, to prevent the school. Yes. When I was brought to the school, I wanted to be in science class, but unfortunately my result was to be in art class, so I managed. And before I want to study accounting, but because of this school we are not studying accounting, commerce class, so I just make my mind to study economics. Yes, I also want them to plant trees, because it is good to plant trees, and if they plant them, they grow up, some will also be happy to be staying under the trees. And we also plant trees for medication, and we also plant trees. Some plants we used to even cook with them, and they also make our body grow more energies.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Climate Change, the Special Assistant to the Governor on Climate Change, the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. Bahaushe, you forgot to put Musa. She's not Hajia Zainab Musa. She is Hajia Zainab Musa Musawa. Yes. The State Project Coordinator for Adolescent Girls Initiative for ACRISAL. The Special Advisor to the Governor on Student Affairs, other distinguished personalities, the students, and the COP members. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is for everyone, because climate is for everyone. if you count 20 years back, the way it rained day before yesterday in the night, we will be wearing cardigans. But because of the gradual degradation of our soil and the effect on the climate, we are now sweating. And then the reverse is the case. In the last 20 years, children need to run to the nearest bridge to see how water is flowing. Now it flows at our doorstep. By your house, you will see a small river, all courtesy of climate change. But as we are here to advocate, we are the first responsible people to advance this cause. Some of us will drink water with a bottle or polythene bag, and we throw it into this drainage. And then when it is rainy season and this drainage blocked, we will use our telephone to snap picture and start calling God for intervention and start saying what government is doing. But it is not the governor that drink the water. It is not my commissioner that drink the water. It is me and you that drink the water and throw the dirt in the drainage. That means the advocacy for the great Katsina state in terms of climate start from all of us that are here. We have to ensure our call to action start from not being an adverse actor of the climate. I think from what I saw, this will be more than the 11th engagement of the Climate Secretariat in Katsina State within this year alone to advocate for this climate issue. The climax was what happened in Abuja when the world converged to celebrate Katsina State for flagging this particular very important thing. And it is good for you and for all of us today to know that climate is beyond planting trees. All of us are affected. The nature of food we eat, the quality of the oxygen we inhale, the quality of the land we live on are all directly under the climate. The better the climate, the better for all of us. If today is June and the temperature is 45 degrees, some of you driving with car will start looking for where to park the car under a shade. That means if you are looking for a shade, especially a tree shade to park your car, you need to plant a tree for somebody else to park there on. Not only that, we like snapping pictures under the green. We like having pictures by the river sides, by the waterfalls. They are all agents. They are all output of climate. If you will want to continue to see that serene environment, then you need to also be an advocate of climate. So 3 messages. 1, it is important to understand that while Katsina State government, under the leadership of Malam Duka Umar Radda, established this climate secretariat, climate change secretariat, it is not only by accident, and it is not coincidence. It is designed carefully to ensure that every aspect of Katsina State development is having a climate consciousness. That is why when Akrisal is here, they are not invited because they are implementing a project, but because they have deposit of experience on climate-related actions. Again, as advocates in the state, we need to start by asking ourselves, right from today, and the smallest question is, how many trees can you connect to your credit personally? How many trees have you planted? How many trees will you plant? It starts from there. They said, if you want to know somebody who can be composed in life, start by checking their bed. If you can be patient to always make up your bed in the morning before you go anywhere, you are likely to be focused. So presently, remember, if your bed is not yet made, then there's a problem. We need to go and adjust that. So it starts from a simple action, planting a tree. Go back and read the story. Libya, Gaddafi of blessed memory, converted 40-kilometer radius of complete desert into not only an arable soil, but a soil with fertility to grow rice. You need beyond an arable soil, you need a completely near swampy soil to grow rice from Sahara. That means the restoration which the AgriCell project is trying to do and is already doing in collaboration with the climate and the Zakat and Waqf is a very good way to contribute. And if you want to be lazy like me, you can start planting trees during the rainy season. So you don't have to water it much of the time. It will grow faster and bigger with the natural water from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then later on, when it is dry season, you will continue to water it. The bottom line is, we all need to be advocate of change from the climate perspective. Secondly, we need to have this, my senior brother here, Yusha already mentioned it clearly, the carbon credit. We need to also remember how we build, the kind of machines and devices we use. Are they climate friendly? In Katsina State now, except during the cold season, if you buy a suit, and if you are not a security like my colleague there, you will not use it because the weather is a bit hot. There are clothes that are not for us. You will look at it, very nice, you want to use it, but then you don't want to use it because it is not climate friendly to our weather. That is also very important. So, if you are a student here, the major role you play in the advocacy is first to ensure that your own school, and even if you are graduating tomorrow, make it your alma mater, your own school is climate friendly. It is good that today part of the work is to also continue to establish more climate friendly clubs. I think we have about 220 existing climate friendly clubs, but the state is now doing it in a bigger way. Thank you, Prof. Because when you remember school, it means you are remembering sustainability. Everything that happened in this world is based on education. No matter what, education is the bedrock. And when you invite the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Basic and Secondary Education, she is not coming here by accident. She is coming here because despite all what is happening, she is the ambassador of education. That means when schools are child-friendly, when schools are climate-friendly, everything will work towards improvement. I think there is a clear message here that we need to understand. And it is clear. Let me ask a very simple question to all of us. Let me also tell you that today you will hear from experts, even planting trees, there are differences. There is a tree, when you plant it, it will help you bring the water level up. There is a tree, when you plant it, it will bring the water level down. So if you have flooding in some areas, and it happens every year, there are trees, when you plant, the trees will absorb the water, so the flooding will reduce. There are areas, if you are well, or your boreholes, you have to dig 70 meters before you get water. If you plant some number of 200, 300 trees for 3-4 years, the water level will start coming up. So even in terms of planting the trees, there is a smart planting. It is good before the end of today, students ask questions critically, because you have both advocates, you have technical people here, and you have policy makers here. They are all here to ensure that we continue to advocate. And advocacy means here, your social media handle should carry message for climate. When you go for an event, regardless of the nature of event, talk about climate. If we have imams here during Jumu'at mosque, please tell people the impact of planting trees. If you are in your lectures, when you finish lecture about physics, about chemistry, please inform students the advantage of planting trees. If you are in a wedding, after the wedding, the imam should remember the people who come for the wedding ceremony, the impact of planting trees. If you are in the motor garage, you want to go to Kano, remember to tell the passenger, please plant trees. If you are in the hospital, when you finish treating a patient, ask them, have you planted a tree? If you are everywhere, talk about climate, because it is for all of us. I wish us a successful deliberation here, and I pray that we continue to do this thing in the interest of the best of Katsina State. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All right, thank you. That has been a loquacious Mustafa Shehu with over 15 to 20 minutes of another presentation. This is more than a goodwill, as I told you earlier. I think we are moving to session 2, which is the high level of the event. And please permit me to establish another new protocol as we receive in the representative of His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Katsina State, Honorable Faruk Lohan Jobe, in person of Barrister Mukhtar Aliyu Saulawa, the Deputy Chief of Staff. Please, let's welcome him with more hands. Thank you, sir, for having you. His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Katsina State, Honorable Faruk Lohan Jobe, heavily represented by Deputy Chief of Staff, the Honorable Commissioner of Education, Hajiya Zainab Musa Musawa, the representative of Honorable Commissioner of Water Resources here present, the SA on Climate Change, our amiable professor, the SSA also on Climate Change, a young person, the coordinator of Acrisal project here in Katsina State, our amiable professor, Professor Ibrahim Yusuf Laden, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic, Umar Musa Adua University, Ambassador Muhammad Nuhu Nagaski, SA Student Matter, His Excellency, all other dignitaries, respected leaders, beloved students, civil society partners, and all climate advocates. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The earth does not speak with words, it speaks with science. In the heat we feel, as Mustafa Shehu shot, in the rain that delays, in the trees that disappear, and today in Katsina State we are answering that call with so much action. On behalf of Katsina State Climate Change Secretariat, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the 2025 Katsina State Climate Advocacy and Social Forestry Drive. This gathering is not about speeches, but about planting seeds of life. So together we shall, 1, promote climate action and awareness across our communities here in Katsina State. 2, launch climate change clubs in our secondary schools. 3, and strengthening social forestry for a safer and greener Katsina State, inshallah. So let us begin this historic journey with renewed faith that what we plant today, our children will harvest tomorrow. You are welcome once again. Taking it to set another tone at the high level of presentation and to have the welcome note, I will also invite the Special Advisor on Climate Change, His Excellency Malan Doko Morada, PhD, Professor Muhammad Al-Amin, for this. Thank you, sir, for being here. Are we appreciating Professor, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm once again back, this time around at the second session, which is the high-level event. Now, before I deliver my speech, welcoming His Excellency, the Acting Governor, the Honorable Commissioners, and other dignitaries, I would want to say some explanation that I made earlier before their arrival, that this program was designed for 2 hours at a go. That is, we start by 10 o'clock and finish by 12 midday. But because of the exigencies of the office of His Excellency, the Acting Governor, we thought of breaking it into 3 segments. The first segment to be a take-off activity in which we will listen to a lecture, which was already delivered. Then we have some goodwill messages. Then the second is 1 hour or so, but then he had an urgent call. You know what is happening in the security situation in the state, and he had to go and do some field assessment. So he graciously asked the Deputy Chief of Staff, Barrister, to come and represent him. So we have a very powerful representation of His Excellency, the Acting Governor, in the person of the Deputy Chief of Staff. We are very grateful. Sir, you are welcome. The Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, had already been seated. We are welcoming you, Ma. The representative of the Commissioner for Water Resources, other commissioners represented here, the chairman and the chief permanent host of this venue, that is the chairman of the Local Government Service Commission, is already seated with us to honor us and to do the hospitality Katsina is known for. Sir, we appreciate and we're welcoming you with all your honorable permanent commissioners that have walked through with you. We are most grateful. It is pleasing to announce that the chairman has earmarked a very special, very spectacular location where His Excellency, the Acting Governor, is going to do the flag of tree planting in this venue after the high-level event. Now, without much ado, let me go quickly and summarize a welcome address just as a matter of protocol, but I've already, I think, established the necessary protocols. So on behalf of Katsina State Climate Change Secretariat, it is my profound honor and privilege to warmly welcome you all to this historic occasion. The 2025 Katsina State Climate Advocacy and Social Forestry Drive is here to stay. We are marking the first year of this drive, that is the 2025. Next year it is going to be 2026, and it shall start to infinity. We must be doing such a program annually to ensure that the drive, the message, and the response, action and responses have been taken down to where it's supposed to be. We are exceptionally privileged to have in our midst the representative of His Excellency, the Acting Governor of Katsina State, who is also the special guest of honor and the chairman of this occasion. We are most profoundly grateful for his being present here. His presence here today is a powerful testament to the administration's deep commitment to environmental sustainability and the well-being of our people. Thank you, Your Excellency, for honoring our invitation. We are also want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our revered, esteemed, distinguished guests of honors, our development partners, members of the press, and all other people that are present here. And also a special welcome goes to the students and youth representatives that are here today. You are the very heart and future of this initiative. We have gathered here, ladies and gentlemen, for a reason of urgent importance. The theme of today's event is climate advocacy, social forestry, youth empowerment, and tree planting. This theme is not merely a slogan. It is a strategic call to action, a comprehensive blueprint designed to counter the pressing environmental challenges we face in our state. This has to do with drought, desertification, deforestation, erratic rainfall, and the increasing threat to our livelihoods, most especially in the rural areas. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this program is a cornerstone of the vision of His Excellency, the Governor of Katsina State, Malam Dukko Umaru Radda, PhD, CON, to build a resilient, sustainable, and prosperous Katsina State. It is an initiative that moves beyond policy papers and translates into tangible action in our communities. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we will not only be talking about trees, we will be launching a widespread social forestry drive that will put seedlings in the hands of our citizens all across. And it will be through the agency of our youth and the vibrant future of Katsina State. Furthermore, we will be proud to launch what is called Katsina State Students Climate Clubs, which is meant to empower our youth to become the vanguards of environmental protection in the schools and the communities. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our purpose today is to ignite a collective spirit. This is a challenge that no single entity can overcome alone. It requires the partnership of government, traditional institutions, civil society, development partners, and every citizen of Katsina State, especially the children, who will grow and become leaders of tomorrow. It is on this note that I will crave the indulgence of His Excellency and the distinguished members to permit me at the right time to invite some students and pupils from various schools across Katsina State to come forward and deliver various messages, aspirations, and their hopes regarding the effort towards combating the challenges of climate change. But before then, I will hand over the microphone to the MC and thank everybody for coming. You are welcome, sannunku da zuwa. Mun gode.
This you can call it so philosophical by our amiable Professor Muhammad Alamin, the special advisor on climate change. Please, let's appreciate him once more, please. More hands, our professor, please. And I now taking charge to invite young twins, as we have in Hausa that wise saying, "Mbiu kyautar Allah." So after having the welcome address, now is a welcoming note by the student Hassana and Hussaina Abubakar Isa. Can you grace the podium and the stage as well? Let's celebrate them, give them more confidence. This is beautiful. Are they not identical? So where is the Hassana? Are you the Hassana? Are you the Hassana? You are the Hussaina? Okay, thank you. You have to have the mic.
Assalamu alaikum kowa da kowa, sunana Hassana Abubakar Isa tare da 'yar uwata Usaina Abubakar Isa. Muna muku barka da zuwa. Muna so mu yi magana akan canjin yanayi da kuma yadda yake shafar jihar Katsina. Canjin yanayi yana farawa lokacin da duniya ta ɗau zafi saboda abubuwan da muke kamar ƙona shara ko yanke-yanken bishiyoyi a Katsina. Wannan yana nufin yanayin mu yana canzawa kuma yana ƙara zafi, kuma ruwan sama baya zuwa lokacin da ya saba. Wannan yana sa manomanmu da makiyayarmu cikin wahala waɗanda ke samar mana da abinci. Zafin yanayi kuma yana sa tushen ruwanmu ya bushe kamar koguna da rijiyoyi. Wannan yana nufin ƙarancin ruwan sha da noma da kula da dabbobi. Wani lokacin iska na ƙara ƙarfi kuma tana kawo guguwa mai ƙura wanda za a yi wahalar yin numfashi, amma za mu iya taimakawa kuma za mu iya dasa bishiyoyi don samun inuwa don kiyaye ƙasa. Za mu iya adana ruwanmu ta hanyar rage ɓata shi, kuma za mu iya recycling ɗin shi wasu abubuwan kamar kwalaben plastic domin kada mu cutar da muhallinmu. Tare za mu kare Katsina kuma mu sa ta zama guri mai kyau da lafiya ga kowa. Jihar Katsina jihar mu ce kuma gidan mu ce, kula da ita haƙƙin mu ne. Godiya ta musamman ga gwamnan jihar Katsina Malam Umar Dukkwaraɗa kan kokarinsa na fannin kare muhalli da yake da canjin yanayi. Mun gode.
Alright, to mu ma mun gode. Allah mu ƙara taɓa musu sosai. Like all, akwai wata yar jikka da nake zuwa da ita, akwai kuɗi ciki, ya kamata a ce tana nan kusa da ni amma ba ta nan. Ya kamata a yi hoto da waɗannan. Babdili, let me take this fora to introduce another personality, which is permanent commissioner of this commission. Let me introduce the chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Alhaji Osman Mamman Maska. Thank you, sir, for being here. This is my kind gesture. Moving on, it's a high time to refresh our spirit in an educational perspective, from an educational perspective, with a debate. I think it's a group of students. Karopi, please, can I have your group of debate, the student for the debate, please? You didn't send the name? You didn't send the name, please. Kindly move forward so that you can have the debate. I think it is a 5 to 10 minute presentation. It's going to be very short and brief, please.
Da shanye tatuwa shi zami in sarewa karbi kona su ma karbi dan sana saka laulayi suka sanya canjin yanayi kamfanin musu ma.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good day all. I am by name Halima Muhammad Bashir, here to support the motion which says that the fight against climate change should be led by the government, not the citizens. My people, climate change is not a neighborhood cleanup, it is a global emergency. Yet we keep telling citizens to fix it with light bulb while the real giant of pollution roams free. Over 70% of global greenhouse gas emission comes from just 100 industries and systems, all of which are regulated and controlled by the government. Citizens can help reducing waste, but without the government leadership, our efforts are drops in a raging ocean. I still stand to support the motion, and here are my reasons. Firstly, government control resources and infrastructure. The way our society runs, from public transport to energy grids, is designed and funded by government. Citizens can't simply decide to switch the entire country into renewable energy if the power grid still runs on fossil fuels. Moreover, here in Katsina, Governor Dukko Umarada has been pushing the initiative to modernize infrastructure and empower local communities. If state leaders like him can invest or can direct resources into renewable energy, provide sustainable farming, and invest in green technology, then citizens will have the right foundation to live more sustainably. Secondly, governments have powers to make big changes. Climate change is driven by the massive industrial activities, energy production, and large-scale transportation, all of which is regulated and designed by the government. Thirdly, it is unfair to put the burdens on we citizens. Research shows that over 70% of global greenhouse gas emission comes from just 100 companies. Expecting an average citizen to fix climate change while these companies still roam free, it's not only ineffective, it is unjust. They said individuals can inspire change, but inspiration without legislation is like planting a tree in a blazing fire. We need the firefighters first, and the government are the firefighters. In this war for our climate, we need, climate change is the fight of our lifetime. And in every great fight, leadership matters. The citizens are the soldiers, and the government are the generals. We need the generals to lead, and together we can make the change. Thank you.
Good day, Mr. Chairman, respected panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my co-debater, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am by name Hajara Abdaharumashi. I rise to oppose the motion, which says the fight against climate change should be led by the government, not citizens. Before I proceed, let me define some key terms. Climate change is a long-term changes in temperature, weather patterns, and environmental conditions, largely caused by human activities like deforestation, burning of fossil fuels, and pollution. Government is the body of the people with the authority to make and enforce law for a country, and citizens are the people who live in a country and are directly affected by its issues. I strongly believe that the citizens should lead the fight against climate change because they are the direct contributors and victims of its impacts. With all due respect, I believe that the true solution lies in the hands of the people. Because no matter how many laws the government makes, if people don't change their daily habits, climate change will remain an unstoppable threat in our country. Firstly, change begins at home, not in government offices. Climate change is not caused by presidents or governors. It is caused by every one of us. We all know, but we are denying. Citizens are the real players in the environment, so they must be the one to lead this fight. Who burns waste? Who uses plastic excessively? Who cuts trees without replanting? We, the citizens. It is only logical that those who contribute to the problem must lead in fixing it. You don't spill water and wait for government to mop it off. Even if government bans plastic, if people keep using it, will the ban change anything? No, but when citizens refuse plastic, reduce waste, and recycle, real change happens. Secondly, government policies are slow, but climate change is fast. By the time government pass laws, allocate budgets, and set up committees, more glaciers have melted, more forests have burned. Citizens can act immediately by planting trees, educating others, and reducing consumption. Even with all their powers, no government can enter every home, monitor every shop, or control every car emission. The power and fight against climate change lies in small, everyday choices made by millions of citizens. The Global Fridays for Future movement started with one school girl. Greta Thunberg, not a government. Millions of youth joined her. That's citizens-led action, and it shook the whole world. Furthermore, citizens influence the government, not the other way around. Government don't act unless citizens demand it. It is the voice of the people that pushes leaders into action. If the citizens decide to keep quiet, the government will deny the issue. Every citizen has a role, not just the government. There are over 200 million citizens in Nigeria, but only a few million government workers. If you want for them to lead this fight, we all suffer. Imagine if every Nigerian plants one tree. That's 200 million trees. Can the government do that alone? From fashion to fuel, water to plastic, citizens control the demand. Government doesn't control what we buy. We do. Lastly, citizens live with the consequences of climate change, so they must be at the forefront of fighting it. Floods, drought, heat waves, it is ordinary people who suffer. So why should they wait for the government? They must rise and act because they have the biggest stake in protecting their environment. Elected leaders come and go. Their climate agenda change depending on politics, but citizens remains constant. My what opponents may argue that government has resources and authority. Yes, but resources mean nothing when people are not involved. How do you enforce a law when citizens are unwilling? Can your government enter every home and stop people from burning waste? Who litters more, the citizens or the government? If governments lead and the people do not follow, what happens? Should we all sit and fold our arms because the government is leading? Are there any examples of where government-led initiatives succeeded without grassroots involvement? Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to remind us all of a truth we often ignore. Are we not the citizens ourselves? Are we not the government ourselves? Are we not the ones who give them the power to rule? Are we not the ones who vote, who choose our leaders, who give them the power to rule? We always say children are the leaders of tomorrow. So how do we become those leaders if we don't start from today? Leadership doesn't begin only at the top. It begins from citizenship, popular participation, and understanding community struggles. Even our governor, Dr. Malam Duka Umarada, is first and foremost a citizen of this great state and nation. He rose from the people, understands the people, and now leads the people. His journey is a clear example that leadership doesn't begin at the top. It begins from citizenship, from active participation, from understanding community struggles. Gaskiya ne Hausawa ke cewa duk wanda yake so ya zama shugaba sai ya fara da zama mai kishin ƙasa. Our governor embodies this proverb. He is the man of the people, leading with vision, but he cannot do it alone. He needs us, the citizens, to support, implement, and lead climate action. Permit me again to remind of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran. He places the responsibility of earth on all of us, not just the leaders. In Surah Rum, ayah 41, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Zahara al-fasad fil barri wal bahri bima kasabat aydin nasi, liyuziquhum ba'da allazi amilu, la'allahum yarji'un. Corruption has appeared on land and sea because of what the hands of people have earned. This verse is not a joke. It is a warning. Allah is warning us all, not just the leaders. If we blame the government alone, if Allah blamed the people, then why should we sit and fold our arms and leave the government alone? We must rise and act, because no government can reverse what the people continue to destroy. Ladies and gentlemen, climate change is not waiting for policies. It is happening now. If we wait for the government to lead this fight, we are like passengers in a bus heading for a cliff, waiting for the driver to realize the danger. Let us take responsibility. Let us be the solution. Let's stop expecting the government to solve the problem we all help create. Let us be the light, the voice, the action in this fight against climate change. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That has been Halima Muhammad and Hajara Abduharu. You see how confident they are, how they are foreign words from their brain, not from their mouth. Mala Mustafa Shehu, how many marks did they get? 99.9. The last one is a virus from DJ, not from them. Thank you. DJ, you will blow something for them. They have a foreign presentation, and we're going to take it as the last. Thank you. I think it is 3 minutes presentation, please. Where is Ishaq, please? He's not around? All right, sorry, please. I think the song is not ready. So when it's ready, I will be inviting you back for a proper presentation of your poem. So I think we have to refresh our spirit once more. Please, can we appreciate Hassana and Hajra, please? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here in this solemn moment, we are also reminded that words have the power to heal heart and inspire hope, to help us reflect and find some comfort. We are to go to the comfort zone. We have with us a talented young poet whose voice carries both wisdom and emotion beyond her years. Please join me in welcoming the gifted Ihsan Umar Damballaje as she comes forward to present her poem. More hands to Ihsan. Wa ahsinu inna Allaha yuhibbul muhsinina. Can we make some ihsan to show kindness with our hands, please? More hands to ihsan.
Assalamu alaikum. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, the Deputy Governor, Dr. Faruk Lawal Dube, the Katsina State Climate Change Secretariat, good day all ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ihsan Umar Damballaje. Ihsan's plea for a greener future. The sun is hotter than it used to be. The cloud passes by but brings no rain. The wind blows dust across the land, and cracks appear where crops once stand. Our rivers shrinks, the wells run dry, the farmers look up to the sky. Trees that shaded our fathers' days, now only broken trunks remains. But hope is not a thing to lose, for we can choose the path we use. Plant a tree, protect the ground. Let life return where none is found. Use water wisely, waste it none. Repair the damages our hands brought. Work together, we all belong. To leaders, farmers, mothers too.
The work ahead belongs to you and children's learning in schools. So hold tight to earth and keep it true. For if we act with hearts and hands, green will return to Katsina's land, and generation yet to be will thank us all for what they see. So rise, my parents, rise. So rise, my teachers, rise. So rise, my friends, rise. Rise to support what the climate governor is doing. The Katsina State Governor, Malam Duka Umar Rata, is doing all it takes to combat our climate crisis. So well done, my governor. May Allah Almighty guide your efforts. The brighter and sustainable future lies in our hands. So these are my words. This is my plea. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That has been Ihsan Omar Dambalaji. Next item, I will be usher my professor from a prestigious University of Mor Musa Adwa. He is the Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor Ibrahim Yusuf El-Laden. Please let's celebrate our able professor, and he will take a lead on 3-minute goodwill message. Thank you, sir.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Climate change. If we don't stop climate change will end humanity on earth. It is very disheartening to note that Katsina State, in spite of our proximity with the fringes of the Sahara Desert, we still find people in the charcoal making business. I think these people are worse than armed robbers because they rob us of our God-given resources, resources which humanity cannot live without. Beside desert encroachment that is being aggravated by climate change, another thing that we shall be concerned about and that all of us should be worried about is food security. Climate change is a threat to food security, not only in Katsina State, Nigeria, but in the whole world. Because Arab lands that once produced high yields of crops are being devastated by the impact of climate change. Last week, courtesy of Akrisal, we were in Lokoja on a stakeholder engagement to come up with practical solutions as to how we can reduce the impacts of climate change, particularly on the borderline states that are on the fringes of the Sahara Desert. And our discussions brought to the fore the disadvantages that are always associated with development. We are happy that we now have chainsaws that ease the cutting of trees. Unfortunately, these chainsaws are now being used to cut our trees. Within no time, you find that in 4 or 5 hours, ƙatuwar ɗorowa sai a je a daddatsa ta a sanya cikin yar hijet ɗin nan, a je a turbuɗe cikin ƙasa a maida gawayi. Is that what we want? Is that what we want? Now, policies of the government must change. policies must change. We have to bring to the fore policies that will be in tune with our desires. If we fold our arms looking at people devastating our vegetation in the name of making charcoal without appropriate policy guidelines that will ensure that those people are checkmated, then we are in trouble. Again, sir, I think we need to revise so many of these policies of ours. There is poverty. No doubt about it. We know that there is poverty. We have to tell ourselves the truth. Unfortunately, again, you find that an average citizen like me will have no option rather than use fuel wood to cook his food because the kerosene is not there. If it is there, it is not accessible financially, I mean in economic terms. Again, looking at our socio-cultural background, where you have an average citizen with 1, 2, 3, 4 wives, 15 children, 20 children, tukunyar da za ta ɗauki abin da za a girka don mutum 20-30 za ka tadda gas mai 6 kg yana da wahala ya ɗauki wannan. So, change in our policy directions, sir. I think we need to revise so many of these policies in such a way that when we say climate change, we really mean climate change. Like I said earlier in my opening, if we don't stop climate change will end humanity. Thank you very much. That is my message.
Thank you, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic of Umar Musa University, for this wonderful goodwill message. That has been Professor Ibrahim Yusuf El-Ladan. Are we appreciating him? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you know, education is the bedrock and the foundation upon which every greatest society has been built. And today we are honored to have with us the distinguished personality who is steering that noble responsibility in our dear state. Please join me warmly and welcome the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Education, Hajia Zainab Musawa, to the podium for a straightforward goodwill message.
Commissioner Allah Alfarma. Mu gaishe da kwamishinan mu domin ba ta gudun mu gaishe da kwamishinan mu domin ba ta gudun mu gaishe da kwamishinan mu Hajiya Zainab Musawa ba.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. The Deputy Governor, ably represented by the Deputy Chief of Staff, Honorable SA to the Governor on Climate Change, SSA to the Governor on Climate Change, PC Agile, PC Acrosal, all heads of agencies, educators, our students, staff of the Ministry of Education, our dear students, members of the press. I'd like to stand on the existing protocol, yet to appreciate my leaders and my colleagues. First, before, and even the youth corpers, I'd also like to appreciate all of you. I'd like to recognize Hassana and all that has spoken. The education outfit, do not take you for granted. We look for you, we watch you, and we have our eyes on you. Good morning, distinguished guests. And it is an honor to be part of this climate advocacy and social forestry drive, the vital platform to amplify our collective commitments to combating climate change and fostering environmental stewardship. It is a great honor for me to be part of this because I'm equally passionate about climate change. As a commissioner in charge of the educational outfit, I'm deeply inspired by the energy and the great passion and determination, including the energy in this room, and what we thrive for to protect our planet for the current and the future generations. Education is the cornerstone of transformation. It shapes the minds, it inspires action, and equips individuals with the knowledge and skill to address these global challenges that we are fighting today. Our schools are not just places for academic learning. They are hubs for cultivating environmental consciousness and empowering our youth, young people, to become agents of change. As noted by UNESCO, education is a crucial part of promoting climate action, fostering resilience and driving the sustainable solutions. Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It is here with us, impacting our communities and ecosystems, including the economies, from rising temperatures to extreme weather events. The effects are felt in our classrooms, where we have a lot of children with no roofs sitting in flooded classrooms. And the ripple effect is also felt, especially in the students of our public schools. This affects also our homes and our farmlands. In regions like ours, in the third world, where climate risks are very high, integrating climate education into the curricula is not an option. It is mandatory. It is essential by teaching our students about sustainability, biodiversity, and the importance of social forestry. We are preparing them to lead with innovation and responsibility. Social forestry is more than planting trees. It's about nurturing communities, restoring ecosystems, and building resilience. These are our allies in the fight against climate change. Acting as carbon sinks, improving air quality, and supporting biodiversity. When our students participate in tree planting initiatives, they are not just greening the schools, they are contributing to the global movement of the environmental justice. The youth are not just leaders of tomorrow, they are change makers of today. As highlighted by Elizabeth Maruma at the UNEP Youth and Climate Protection Forum, young people must be at the forefront of the climate action, driving innovation and demanding accountability. In 2025, we are approaching COP30. We must amplify their voices, ensuring they are heard in decision-making processes. Our curricula is evolving to include climate literacy, green skills, practical projects like school gardenings and forestation drives. In countries like Kenya and the Dominican Republic, school greening projects have shown how hands-on activities foster environmental leadership amongst students. We are committed to training teachers to deliver climate education effectively, ensuring that every student understands climate science of change and their role in mitigating it. I would like to say that the ministry is working alongside our stakeholders, educators, parents, community leaders, including the students, to join hands in the mission. Let me quickly introduce some of the initiatives that Ministry of Education has with regards to climate change. We are introducing green education and integrating climate education as well by ensuring every school integrates and understands the value of green education, incorporates climate change and sustainability into its curricula, and fostering critical thinking and problem solving. Promoting social forestry We are partnering closely with the Climate Change Department to expand tree planting and also the Acrosol projects for young people to lead advocacy campaigns like what we're doing today, to share innovation, ideas, and participate in policy discussions. We intend to empower students by providing platform for the young people to lead advocacy campaigns and share ideas and participate in policy discussion. We also intend to collaborate across sectors, work with environmental organizations, international partners, government agencies, and NGOs to build a robust framework for climate resilience education. I would like to particularly thank Her Excellency, wife of Malan Duko Umar Radda, Hajaz Zaleha Duko Umar Radda, with the initiative she has brought to Katsina State, with the Renewed Hope Initiative under the Office of the First Lady, Senator Remi Tinubu. They have come and built climate actions in 6 boarding schools, 2 per senatorial zone, which are currently working. They're growing animals. They are doing a lot with regards to climate change. And on this regard, I would like everybody to please appreciate Her Excellency. As we gather here today, let us remember that every tree planted, every lesson taught, and every voice raised in advocacy brings us closer to a sustainable future. The fight against climate change is a shared responsibility, and education is our most powerful weapon. And together, let us nurture a generation of environmentally conscious leaders who will protect our planet and ensure that it thrives. Ladies and gentlemen, climate change, in the knowledge that the students need, cannot be overemphasized. I will work with you closely, Honorable SA, to ensure that every student that goes to public and private school in Katsina is climate friendly, climate aware, and we will ensure that the climate curriculum, the green curriculum, is imposed in every school. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That has been the Honorable Commissioner Ministry of Education, Basic and Secondary Education in Katsina State, Hajia Zainab Musa, for the powerful message, and I think we can call it so key. Moving on, as the standard of the items is scheduled already, I will be inviting a young person again, Malang Anas Yakubu, to say a word of thanks, then the speech of His Excellency, the Representative. At it is. Sorry. That's how protocol is doing. Thank you, sir.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor to stand before you today. I warmly greet everyone here and sincerely thank you for giving me this opportunity. On behalf of all participants, I, Anas Yakubu, extend my heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Malam Duko Umar Radda, and his deputy, Dr. Malam Faruk Lawal Jobe, for placing our younger generations at the center of the conversation on climate change. This recognition not only empowers the youth, but also strengthens our collective resolve to safeguard the environment. Your Excellency, may I respectfully advise that this commendable step be sustained through even stronger climate policies, deeper youth engagement, and community-based initiatives that will secure a healthier future for all. To the good people of Katsina State, let us compliment the government efforts by refraining from indiscriminatory cutting, embracing environmental responsibilities, and working hand in hand to combat the effects of climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, together, we can make Katsina State greener, healthier, and safer, inshallah. Thank you all.
An intelligent Anas, thank you for delivering very softly and gently. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my uncommon honor and privilege to invite the representative of His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Katsina State, Honorable Alhaji Farooq Lawan Jobe, HCIB, FCCRFA, who happen to be the Amirul Hajj Baidiya 2025. All right, thank you. Sorry for the inconveniences. Now, his representative is the Deputy Chief of Staff to the Katsina State Government, in person of Barrister Mukhtar Aliyu Saulawa. Please join me for his today's address. And he is also the chairman of the occasion of the day. Thank you for being here with us. Please put your hands together for the representative of His Excellency, Barrister Mukhtar Aliyu Saulawa.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Katsina State, the SA Climate Change, the Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, and other permanent commissioners, the permanent secretaries here present, the head of various agencies and departments of government here present, the Vice Chancellor Umar Musa University, resource persons, youth corpus, and my dear students, other climate change advocates, members of the press, Assalamu alaikum. I am here to represent His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Farooq Lawal, HCIB, who is unavoidably absent due to exigencies of work. He is sending his greetings, and I can tell you he is here with us in spirit. I'm going to read his address. I am honored to stand before you today to launch a crucial initiative that will shape the future of our state. The 2025 Katsina State Climate Advocacy and Social Forestry Drive is more than just an event. It is a call to action. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this program is timely because climate change is one of the most pressing issues of our time, with far-reaching consequences for our environment, economy, and society. As leaders and citizens, we have a responsibility to act and ensure a sustainable future for ourselves and the future generations. Our mission through this drive is to achieve the following: raise awareness about climate change and its impact, promote sustainable forest practices, support initiatives that drive environmental sustainability, foster partnership and collaborations to achieve our goals. I urge everyone present to join hands in the noble endeavor and work together to plant trees and nurture forests, adopt sustainable practices in our daily lives, advocate for climate policies that benefit our states and the nation at large, educate and inspire others to take action. Together we can make a difference, and let us rise to challenge and secure a sustainable future for Katsina State and beyond. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all and wish us all a smooth deliberation. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. That has been a keynote address on behalf of the Chairman of the occasion, Honorable Faruk Lohanjob, the Deputy Governor of Katsina State, which has been delivered by Barrister Mukhtar Ali Saulawa, the Deputy Chief of Staff. It's now a high time to take the action. The high table only, so all these 1-2 rows will go out for the tree planting by His Excellency, the representative of Deputy Governor of Katsina State, and I think Professor will take a lead on this. Thank you. As soon as they resume, we are to continue the session 3, which with the theme on building the climate collapse. And I think we are going to take some few items. First of its kind, it is a panel discussion with the title Multi-Stakeholder Strategies for Advancing Climate Action and Social Forestry in Katsina.
Aiki zami dashe na bishiyoyi zami don kwantar na sauyin yanayi. Mi hatara dumamar yanayi ko ba sauyin yanayi. Kula da lafiya da muhalli tilazumi shi ko domin gaba. Mi hatara dumamar yanayi ko ba sauyin yanayi. Kula da lafiya da muhalli tilazumi shi ko domin mai hattara da mamar yanayi koko sauyin yanayi kula da lafiya da muhalli ce da zame shi ko da ɗan gaba hattara da mamar yanayi koko sauyin yanayi kula da lafiya da muhalli ce da zame shi ko domin gaba Allahu wahidin sarkin da ya yi duniya ya kage gari gari hattara da mamar yanayi ikon sai halittu na sama har na ƙasa na boye da zakiri ko ba sauyin yanayi Allah da mun salatai kai da dibin rasulun manzo ba shari mai hattara da mamar yanayi har alihi sahabbai sadaka danni ba zanuwa ratayensu ba hattara da mamar yanayi ko ba sauyin yanayi kula da lafiya da muhalli ce da zame shi ko domin gaba yau na fito shirin wata waka ɗan ƙira yau ta sauyin yanayi hattara da mamar yanayi domin na ɗanyi ɗan wani tsokaci har da bai cika mazani ko ba sauyin yanayi idan ka furta sauyin yanayi ka kira da ma'amar yanayi mai hattara da ma'amar yanayi ya zama yi mu samu salama har yanzu zama ba zama wahalta ba hattara da ma'amar yanayi ko ba sauyin yanayi kula da lafiya da muhalli ce da zame shi ko domin gaba wani lokaci mu ne ke jawo makan mu sauyin yanayi hattara da mamar yanayi kona ko kuma kamfani masu ayyukan salaulayi ko ba sauyin yanayi bayan muna da hasken rana izuka a gare mu aiki za su yi mai hattara da mamar yanayi amma akwai abin da ya dace in mun yi to ba za mu wahalata ba hattara da mamar yanayi ko ba sauyin yanayi kula da lafiya da muhalli tilas mai shi ko domin gaba. Akwai abin da ni na ka dubi shi ne musabbabin tarayya anayi. Hatara da mamar ya anayi. Da shanye tatuwan mu a daji har ma cikin gari za mu yi.
My name is Abdul Mariam. I'm in SS3 from GGSS'25. The full name of our club is Climate Action Club. And I can't even recall how many trees we planted. I like the club and I'm also the president of the club. That's why we just make the decision to also our trees in the school to make the school surroundings clean and beautiful, and to also make some shade in the school because of the sun, and also to prevent the school from soil erosion and some disasters to prevent the school. Yes. When I was brought to the school, I wanted to be in science class, but unfortunately my result was to be in art class, so I managed, and before I want to study accounting, but because of this school we are not studying accounting, commerce class, so I just make my mind to study economics. Yes, I also want them to plant trees because it is good to plant trees, and if you plant them, they grow up, some will also be happy to be staying under the trees. And we also plant trees for medication, and we also plant trees. Some plants we used to even cook with them, and they also make our body grow more energies. My name is Abdul Mariam. I'm in SS3 Arts from GGSS'25. And the full name of our club is Climate Action Club. And I can't even recall how many trees we planted. I like the club and I'm also the president of the club. That's why we just make decision to also rear our trees in the school to make the school surroundings clean and beautiful, and to also make some shade in the school because of the sun, and also to prevent the school from soil erosion and some disasters to prevent the school. Yes, when I was brought to the school, I wanted to be in science class, but unfortunately my result was to be in art class, so I managed, and before I want to study accounting, but because of this school we are not studying accounting, commerce class, so I just make my mind to study economics. Yes, I also want them to plant trees because it is good to plant trees, and if you plant them, they grow up, some will also be happy to be staying under the trees. And we also plant trees for medication, and we also plant trees. Some plants we used to even cook with them, and they also make our body grow more energies. My name is Abdul Mariam. I'm in SS3 Arts from
Amintacce mun gaya musu ga sabon gwamnan mu ya zo APC magajin baba masari muke ta fata.
Na ce muku sai duko, na ƙara faɗa muku sai duko. Ga amintaccen gwamna, ga nagartaccen gwamna, mai kishin al'umma, bukansa da mun kama, yi mu ba ta wuta lewa, yi mu zama da matan mu mu yarda da zaɓen duko. Ya jami
My name is Abdul Mumin Mariam. I'm in SS3 from GGSS Jubia. And the full name of our club is Climate Action Club. And I can't even recall how many trees we plant. I like the club and I'm also the president of the club. That's why we just make decision to also rear our trees in the school to make the school surroundings clean and beautiful, and to also make some shade in the school because of the sun, and also to prevent the school from soil erosion and some disasters to prevent the school. Yes.
We are going to session 3. And the first thing to take is a panel discussion. I would like to invite our able moderator of the day. Please, DJ, I need more mics so that all other panelists will get a mic. So let me introduce our moderator, Malam Abdul Karim Said. Please join us and take the center chair so that you can introduce. Well, you have a 15 minutes to 20 of discussion. Thank you, Al Karim, for joining us. Please, let's celebrate Al Karim. Well, this is not the stage name that we usually know. When you say just Al Karim Said, you can't get it right. Al Karim Said alias Mufti. He will take a lead and moderate this session. Thank you, Al Karim.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, good afternoon and welcome to what promised to be a vital and inspiring conversation. And our panel today is titled Multi-Stakeholder Strategies for Advancing Climate Action and Social Forestry in Katsina State. It's a big topic because the climate crisis touches every one of us in Katsina, from government to grassroots, from the youth to the elders, policy to tradition. This is a challenge that requires everyone on the table. So today we are joined by brilliant minds and passionate voices who represent different angles of the solution, and each of them brings something special to these conversations. So on our panel today, we have Malam Umar Kutawa, the CEO, Lumilab, and a tech ecosystem. Please, Malam Umar Kutawa. Please appreciate Malam Umar Kutawa as he comes to the stage. He is the CEO, Lumilab, and a tech ecosystem enabler. And next we have Abubakar Yusuf, the chairman, National Youth Council of Nigeria, an SDGs advocate and a youth development advocate. Please appreciate Malam Abubakar Yusuf as he comes to the stage. And next we have Abubakar Usman Ntumaki, a climate and youth development advocate. Malam Abubakar Usman Ntumaki, if he's here with us. Wow. Malam Abubakar Usman Ntumaki. All right, the next panelist is Aisha Idris, a girl child and a climate advocate for youth. Please, is Aisha Idris here?
I think our energy is going down. Please, can we rise all? Let's all rise for Energizer, please. Let's be on our feet, please, everyone. Thank you. Let's be on our feet, please. Let's do this. We will chant something, a slogan. I will chant some slogan with you, please. Sir, can you stand up? Hajia, can we stand up, please? Sorry. I will chant a slogan. When I say, when we plant a tree, you will see we plant a life. You got it? When we plant a tree, we plant When we plant a tree. When we plant a tree. The last of it, when we plant a tree. When we plant a tree. All right, thank you all. You may be seated. Thank you. Our able moderator will continue, please. Let's be very energetic for today.
Okay, so before we dive in, I'd like to call on again Abubakar Usman Yantumaki. Where is he? All right. So let's dive into the main table and issue of today. And I would like to start with Malam Umar. From your experience, what is the most exciting climate-related youth project you've been part of, and what made it work?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Umar Mustafa, as introduced, the Executive Director of LumiLab. So what we do, a project that is exciting and it's really work is, and in terms of climate, is called LumiClimate. So we realize that a lot of trees, there's a lot of campaigns, there's a lot of activities going on. People are giving trees and they go home to plant. And if you look at the rate of the people that actually plant the tree and take care of the tree is very low. Even if only that aspect of taking care of the tree. Yeah. So when we started LumiClimate, what we want to do is, we want to do it in a controlled environment. So LumiClimate, what we are doing is, we are doing it in universities, colleges, and schools. And then we are leveraging, because we are a technology hub, what we are doing, we're leveraging the tech to create awareness and support that tree planting. So how that is work? Let's say we go to Umaru Musa Radwa, like, I think this morning the team signed MOU with SDG Club in Umaru Musa. And what we want to do with that MOU is, if you are level 100 student, we can give you 3. Right? If we give you 3 to plant, you are in level 1, and anytime at the end of session, we will pay certain percentage of your school fees. But we have to make sure you are taking pictures of coordinate of the tree, and we are seeing that the tree is growing. So you are in university, you have all it takes, you are within the school, you can take care of that, your tree. So after 4 years, or after even 2 years, your tree is ready, it doesn't need your support. So you can plant another tree, and enroll and get certain amount of that money. So we are not going to pay for the school fees entirely, but we are looking for sustainability. Where can we plant trees? Someone can take care of it, and the tree can grow. So we are very excited about this. Well, last 2 weeks, I think we partner with still SGGs in ABU. We do clean up ABU. So we focus on schools, because we understand these students stay in the university, they have the time to take care of these trees. So the key thing in LumiClimate, our project with that, is sustainability. So I think that's really exciting, and it really works for us, because we give you a tree, we make sure you plant it, and you know at the end of it you have a reward, even though the end of it is for us to see the tree grow and the emission reduce. So that's about LumiClimate.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful, because it makes it more exciting. I will take care of a tree that was given to me and still get something out of it. I think that is a way to go, and the actual step to keep and continue the sustainability process. Thank you so much, Malam Umar. And now, Malama Aisha, women are often at the front line of climate impact, but sidelined in solutions. So how do we create space for women-led climate innovation, especially in rural Katsina, where the cultural norms plays a big role?
Especially those that are in rural areas, you have to guide them on what is just climate change. Some women, more especially those that are living in rural areas, don't know anything about any climate change. So you need to sensitize them, making awareness that this climate change has different effects, many effects on women, more especially women and children. So we have to create ways on sensitizing. Those that are living in urban areas are already aware of climate change, but the one living in rural areas, they don't know anything about climate change. When you start talking to them, they say, no, we don't know anything about climate change. It's naturally, that is how people are behaving. So we have to create awareness. We are guiding women on the impact and effect of climate change. That the women and children are the #1 vulnerable individual in terms of health, water, and sanitation hygiene. So women need to be involved and need to be sensitized on the effect of climate change in their homes or areas.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So now, Mr. Chairman, just like she mentioned about women, the initiative they're using to sensitize women in climate change. You see, young people are passionate but often excluded from implementation. So how can we involve more young people, especially students, in climate clubs and activities that help protect the environment?
Okay, thank you. First of all, I think we have to strengthen climate clubs in schools, because you made mention of young people who are sidelined, especially students. So in order to bring the student on board, I think the first step is we have to implement climate clubs in schools. And we must ensure that there is proper implementation of that climate clubs. What are they doing? What is their activity? Are they actually doing what is needed? If yes, then how can we make that thing into action? I'm very sure the Honorable Commissioner just mentioned before she left that they are going to, add this climate of a thing in their own, extracurricular activity, which is a very good thing. So we must, make sure that proper implementation of these, climate clubs and what have you. And then another thing is we must ensure that student leaders, or let me say youth leaders, are part and parcel of government policies, committees, policy making, and what have you. It is through this that the youth, maybe the student, will have more access to that climate of a thing. Because I'm very sure that the youth and students are in the front line of this, like just Malama Aisha said, they are the most vulnerable. So if we can make sure that climate clubs are implemented and actions are implemented, inshallah, I'm very sure that our students and youth will actively participate in this climate change of a thing. This is my input. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now to Malam Abubakar. We've seen a lot of photo ops, and climate change campaigns, videos, pictures on climate-related action campaigns. So if we are to make tree planting more than just a photo op, what structures do you think we need to put in place for sustainability? If we are to make climate change more than just a photo op, because we've seen so many videos, so many campaigns of tree planting, and we're still shouting, hey, you need to plant trees, and the climate is still going haywire. So what do you think, or what structures do you think we need to put in place for sustainability? Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. First of all, before I start saying anything, I will start by showing that all of us, we have to know that whenever we talk about climate change, it's like we are talking something that is taking a long time. That long time that we are dealing with is going within our environment. So I mean that if you are planning to do something, you have to look at it in a diversity, because there are some conditions that are affecting it. First of all, in terms of the ways which to avoid just doing Photoshop and other things, the #1 is that ecological and scientific planning. In climate change, we have to consider the temperature, the weather, the other things that may affect the seed, that may affect the plant, that may affect whatsoever. So if you have the knowledge of ecology knowledge, you have to look scientific planning. That scientific planning will help you to know the types of the plant that you are going to plant in the particular place. Because you may plant cashew in this place, if you go to other place, maybe it will not work. Because of the nature of the what? The nature of the place. Then look at the soil type again. That soil type, if you don't have knowledge of the soil type that a particular place, it is still will affect what? The plant that's going to grow within a particular place. So I mean that if you are going to do these things, you are expected to plan it based on ecological strategies. After planning based on ecological strategies, you are expected to go again and look for what? Management and evaluation. Because whenever you do something, you have to follow it. When you are following it, you will find out what are the challenges. Is it going any problem affecting it? If not, then you consider doing it continuously. Then the last one, you have to consider academic and government. Academic and government, we have to consider it because it's very, very vital. Once our government make too much effort, like what we are doing now, or what the government is doing now, means that each and every societies, the government will focus on how the people are managing or dealing with the climate change based on planting and other things like that. So with that, I'm hoping academically the government will support the program by funding the program in some aspects, assuming in a large scale. If you have some places where there's rate of more than 100 seats, means that there is possibility of someone who will monitoring the seats. So this monitoring, I'm expecting like if government intervene, they may say they may consider volunteers. The volunteers at the end may gain a money that is not much, which will motivate them. They are helping the environment while the government are helping them. I will stop.
All right, thank you. So you're saying there should be like kind of incentives, incentivize the climate change initiatives that the government are bringing in, be it NGOs and stuff. Well, that's nice. Thank you so much. Malam Umar, as a tech and ecosystem enabler, what role should innovation and technology play in accelerating climate adaptation and mitigation in Katsina State here?
All right. So the first thing I would say is the information. You see, like my sister rightly mentioned, a lot of people are not aware, and like my brother just mentioned again, people think climate issue is something that is tomorrow, next tomorrow, and day after next tomorrow. But it's issue of today. And until we aggressively educate people, share the right information, which we'll do with the aid of technology, because someone, if you look at most of the new social media, especially the TikTok, the algorithm is really decentralized. And you see someone in my village in Kotawa have access to the same information that someone in London have, right? So having this kind of technologies, sharing the right information is one of the things that technology can contribute to. Another thing, like I told you, the tracking of it. Like the sustainability program we have with Lumilab, right? These people use technology to take this picture with the right coordinate, knowing where the tree is. Even if we want to put them in a, educate them about carbon credit and stuff, we know where exactly the tree is. We know how long we put the tree around that area we make. So technology play a bigger role in making sure people are aware of climate, people have access to right education, to right tools to support climate education, because right now you don't see climate courses around. You can't just go some place and study about climate, but you can do it on social media. You can do it on Coursera. You can do it on Udemy. So there is a lot of ways you can look at how technology can be leveraged for either awareness, for either mitigation of climate change. Yeah.
Thank you so much. A very quick one. Malama Aisha, you mentioned earlier about using empowerment, sensitizing women on youth climate change initiatives. So can you guide us on the practical steps, the step-by-step, what practical step can we take to ensure women are not just included?
I think not to disrupt. I think it's better if the funnel do this part of it in Hausa because of, so that the audience will get us better, right? So we can mix the English and Hausa so that the audience will understand. It will make more sense, right? Yeah, it will make more sense if we do both.
So what Malam Umar is saying is, if it might be better and more engaging to have this panel both in Hausa and English, a form of bilingual panel, so for better understanding actually. And my question here is, you can answer in Hausa and what have you. You mentioned about using sensitization of women to be involved in climate change. So can you guide us on the practical step on how can we make women not just participants but co-creators of environmental solutions?
Okay. So the practical aspect abin da ya kamata a yi wanda mutane directly za su ji cewa ana tackling climate change, more especially apart from women, saboda mata su ne suke yin sanwa a gida. Don haka suna buƙatar ya kasance sun san cewa wannan icen da ake kawo masu kullum suna ƙonawa fa su guda nawa suka dasa. Shin mai gidan nan da yake kawowa ka taɓa dasa ice kullum ana cirowa. Our grandfathers sun dasa itace a gonakinsu. Mun sani da can agroforestry da man tsohon abu ne wanda yanzu ake so a maido shi bayan mutanen mu duk sun zauna suna sassara itace. Kawai muna ta sare ice ni ban taɓa shuka ba amma kullum ana kawo mai ina sanwa. So ya kamata in yi tunani a matsayina na mace in ce ma mai gidana mun guda nawa muka shuka, yaran da muka haifa ice nawa suka shuka a rayuwarsu. So ya kamata a san hanyoyi da za a yi using the clean cook stove. Yanzu ana samun nefa wasu wuraren amma mata da yawa ba su san su yi economize yadda za su yi amfani da wannan wutar ba. Akwai solar system da ake amfani da shi, duk da ina so in yi amfani da wannan dama in yi appreciating this administration. Gaskiya an ɗauki long time then since 2016 muke aiki na advocacy na akan climate change, amma ba mu taɓa ganin lokacin da wata gwamnati ta yi tsaye kan issue na climate change take faɗin shi. Har mutanen da in ka faɗi climate ma wanda ba su yi shi a geography a secondary school ba, ka rubuta masu ka ce su karanta, za su ce ba su san da za su karanta kalmar ba. So amma yanzu kowa a social media yana gani climate change, har wasu zaki ji wai meye wannan climate change din. So wannan gwamnatin cikin ikon Allah gaskiya muna godiya sosai saboda yanda ake dasa itatuwa yanzu muna gani karara. Ko ina ka je da san itace, da in ka je wurin masu yin basket kwando na protection na seedlings sai ka iske su zazzaune, amma yanzu da a busy har sauri suke yi su ce ana jiran su can, sun zama empowered kan wannan aiki da suke yi tunda is a renewable shi wannan itace. Don haka idan muna shuka mun sa a lokaci guda mu ce mata su daina amfani da ice ba za mu iya ba saboda yanayin wani gidan, amma idan muka ba su dama muka ce masu ga hanyoyi ga clean cook stove a yi providing waɗannan. Sannan issue na mun yi magana cewa shi climate change ba wai ana magana ne kan tree planting kadai ba, shi is the major saboda shi ke providing oxygen da muke shaka, yana zuke shi carbon din da muke fiddawa. Don haka idan aka samu more plant za a samu sauki, amma shi kuma wannan gases din da ake emitting greenhouse gases ya za a yi reducing din shi shine ta hanyoyin amfani da solar system din nan da suka shigo, abubuwa da ake amfani da su masu amfani da hasken rana. So currently yanzu gwamnatin nan in muka bi street light da ana cire wancan ana sanya amfani da wanda yake solar system. So wannan gaskiya ba karamin ci gaba bane ba, kuma muna so mata da ke a rural areas waɗanda su ne number one victims suna can suke sare itatuwan suke saida, za a zo a same ka a ce maki nawa wannan ita zaki saida shi daga sama har ƙasa, wannan kuɗin suke kallo. Sun manta duk issue na poverty da hunger da ake fama da shi, a da ba a fama da shi saboda ko baka samu damar yin cooking a gidanka ba zaki iya amfani a shiga gona a je a ciro mango, a shiga a ciro cashew. Waɗannan abubuwan suna taimakawa wurin developing na yaranmu. Duk wata yunwa da ake fama da ita ana samun sauki saboda in muka diba tarihi can zamu ji can asalin sadda agric din ma ya samu farko daga wannan abun mutanen da suke yin rayuwa wannan fruit din, amma yanzu kowa ya saki wannan, dole sai abincin da aka dafa za a ci. So yana da matukar muhimmanci mu.
Alright, we go this say wow, that's one hell of an explanation. Okay, Malam Abubakar, I see you run an agency, right? So, what specific policy actions or interagency collaborations do you believe are most critical for advancing climate actions and social forestry in Katsina here?
First of all, some are saying the lasting impacts required beyond tree planting. In some circumstances, many people used to have idea of tree planting, issue of flooding, erosion, and whatsoever. But the major challenge, they don't know at what aspect. We have to know that as grassroots, if we lack trees within our environments, there is possibility of erosion. If there is possibility of erosion, means that there is possibility of flooding. If there is possibility of flooding, means that there's what? There is possibility of drought in a particular area. So we have to know that the impact or the efforts of government alone cannot change the narration. Let people come together. As now, we have the Climate Change Secretariat. The state government now doing all what's possible to see that the climate change mitigation have been going in the right way. So let's come together, government agencies, which include like others infrastructures, work and let's take it one by one. If you consider basic and secondary education, we have the many population under it. We have teachers, we have students. Let's see, government should create a policy that each and every student, when he employed to the school, should bring one tree or should plant one tree either in the home or in the school. Because you cannot limit it to school only. We can even advance it into other environments. But for you to control it, you must have a record. If you plant it in the school, you are dealing with it time to time. If you are doing it at home, you are doing it time to time. Okay, means that after it is ready, the government shall come and supervise what you have done. After you have finished it, maybe they can even reward you with something. They can even ask, what is the major problem in your society? What do you have? The government may start thinking, okay, you have this problem. Okay, let's see, as you do something that mitigate climate change in that particular environment, the government will still make another impact to see that they eradicate it. After this one again, let's see in other infrastructures or institutions like state primary health care again. We have facilities more than 360 in Katsina State, because each and every ward in Katsina, we have facility which is more than one safe. But if you go to some facilities, you cannot see a single tree there. And the people are going there for seeking what? For seeking a house. And you have to know that a human being, we have a pulse rate between 60 to 100% per minute for your heartbeat. Your heartbeat, we call it a heartbeat, but in a house line, we call it as what? Pulse respiratory. So it means that if there is lack of species or plant around the areas, we may even be affected based on the way we are beaten based on our pulse rate. So we have to know that the issue of the climate change, like what my sister said, is not for only tree planting or tree afforestation or whatsoever. Even in terms of our health, there are so many things. If you have good, like if you come to this ministry, you see many planting here. I was impressed the one I'm coming. I saw so many like that. I'm feeling like even if there is high rate of temperature, still there is some control of it. So issue of the government should liaise with traditional leaders, should liaise with opinion leaders and other people that will support it against affecting our lives.
Thank you so much. Mr. Chairman, Madam Abubakar, what are some creative approach your organization has used to encourage local climate participation?
First of all, in a situation of...
No, I'm talking about Mr. Chairman here. Sorry, I think you have a name and stuff.
My brother can talk up to tomorrow if it's climate change, I know. All right, first of all, when we came on board, before I highlight this, NYCN is a body that works closely with the government, development partners, grassroots youth groups, and all relevant stakeholders to promote youth inclusion in governance, sustainable development, and anything progressive that has to do with the youth. So when we came on board, we tried to look for NGOs. We did not look for government first. We went to NGOs like Ideas and Data, the Climate Secretariat, and all relevant, NGOs that has to do with climate action. We went there, we sit down with them, we present our 4A work plan, which consists of 60% of it is, has to do with climate change. We presented there. We asked them for collaboration and partnership, which we have started seeing the impact of that. Just of recent, we celebrated International Youth Day. During the celebration, the Katsina State government just launched the distribution of 3,000 trees, which was allocated to NYCN. And from that moment, we have received more than 50 applications from different associations, different NGOs, that they want to be part and parcel of that tree planting. It was 3,000 trees actually. So, this is the approach that we made. We believe in collaboration and partnership. And again, To my fellow youths that are here, especially the students, let me speak in my own dialect, Hausa. You see, when the maganan da ake na climate action, idan ka je social media, you'll see many NGOs, many associations, when you put association, tree planting. But the most important is implementation. It's not just about a club, about the association, can climate action, maybe when you're not gonna, it is the talk of the day. Kullum maganan da ake kenan, the government are ever ready to support it, but are you ready to implement it? So it is something that mu kan mu sai mun sa mu karan mu cewa wannan climate action din abu ne wanda zai taimake mu, zai taimaki rayuwar mu, kuma abu ne wanda, just like my brother said, it's not about tomorrow or next tomorrow. It is about future. Abu ne wanda za ka yi yanzu ka tsince shi gaba. So I would like to urge all of us here, musamman wanda suke kawo mana application tun da suka ji an ce za a ba mu 3,000 trees. Please and please, yes, we are going to share those trees to you. But if we share it, make sure you make use of it properly. Implementation matters. So don haka ina ƙara amfani da wannan dama in jawo hankalinmu, ba hana ka ka buɗe club ba hana ka ka buɗe whatever climate change of a thing, but make sure you make proper implementation. Kuma in kai implementation, ka samu ranka cewa you are doing that for your own good. For your own good, ba wai dan ka samu kuɗi ba ko dan scope ai an ce SDGs yanzu climate change, Lumi Lab suna climate whatever. No, just have it at the back of your mind that I want to do this because it is good, it is for the future. So this is my intake, NYCN, and I would like to say this, NYCN is ever ready to partner and collaborate with any union, government agencies, relevant stakeholders or individuals that are ever ready to, leverage this sustainability of a thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. It seems we've exhausted our time here. But before we step down, I would like to ask you all a question. It's just a 30-second question. Or let me say, in one sentence, what does climate action mean to you personally? I will start with Mala Umar.
What does climate action does to me in one sentence? It means way of life. Because it's what we give, what we take with our environment. So simply that. But my last word of the day is, for us to achieve whatever we want to achieve in terms of climate action, mitigation, we have to do partnerships. And partnerships is the key thing that will change everything. For example, let me give you an example, like the Global Environment and Climate Conservative Initiative. Part of them, like Mustafa is part of them in Katsina, they are given 50 million palm trees by the Great Green Wall Initiative to plant in 11 states that are in the border in the Sahara regions. And they will partner with people like, all the people like NYC, like Lumila. And this one, they are leveraging technology, Climedia of ideas and data to track that. So you see, it's all about partnership. So partnership is the key thing to solve most of the climate issues. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. And Malama Aisha, in one sentence, what does climate action means to you?
Okay, climate action to me means policies, measures, and effort that reduces greenhouse gases emission, build resilience to climate change and impact, and provide necessary chance to protect the environment by feeling. We have to put in our mind that we feeling that ina son ni in kare muhalli na in my mind, ba wani ya tirsasa ni ba. So wannan abin in ya shiga cikin zuciya za ka yi taking action. Idan kai taking action shine kana da muhimmanci a issue na climate change. Ba wai maganan ba kawai a zauna a tashi. No, action din yanzu a wannan damana ya kamata dukkan mu da ke nan mu yi tunanin cewa mun dasa ice, in ba mu dasa ba, we are not too late. Please plant trees. That's the main abin da ni zai iya, zaka iya, yaro zai iya, kuma mu guiding yaran mu saboda suna da dama, suna da lokaci, suna da dama su ringa nurturing wannan plant din da suka shuka. Amma maybe kai baka da lokaci, to amma yaran mu guiding din su, mu rarraba masu. Mun yi wani project a unguwar mu mun ba su sidin sun daddasa sannan muka sa ma kowane icce sunan yaron muka ce wannan kai ke da shi har a masallaci muka dasa sai muka samo yaran da kofar gidansu ba su bukatar icce muka ce to wannan iccen sunan shi wane wane last year muka yi amma yanzu suna nan ba wanda ya mutu kaga wannan is a way kawai akwai debate a tsakanin su cewa at the end za mu dawo bayan shekara idan muka ga na wanda ya fi girma za mu yi awadin ɗinsu da ɗan abin da ba wani mai yawa ba amma yaro baya renuwa ko cewa aka yi wannan an bashi 50 wannan 20 za su ji cewa an yi encouraging ɗinsu.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I think I would like to remind you that it's just at 30 minutes questions. Just in one sentence, Madam Abubakar, what does climate actions mean to you?
Okay, mitigating climate change for better environment. I just take it.
Thank you so much, Madam Abubakar Yusuf, Chairman.
To me, climate action is just taking action now for a greener and sustainable future. That's it.
All right, thank you so much, our panelists, for the shared insight, knowledge, and the wonderful conversation we have. I think one thing is clear. I'm coming. One thing is clear is that climate action in Katsina, it's more than policy. It needs planning, action, and consistency. So I think someone wants to ask, all right, can you? I would like to remind you that we ought to have a question sessions, but our time here is up. But we'll just take a quick one.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. All protocols are duly observed. My name is Haruna Salisu, a student of Umar Musa at Ado University, Katsina, and also a teacher in Mariamo Ajiri International School. Please, I want to ask only 3 questions. The first one goes to my auntie. The second one, my Uga CEO Limilab. And the third one, SC1 NYCN chairman, and also our SA here. Please, sorry, give me a time, please. This is an open discussion, please. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, please. My auntie, please, how are you going to tell or address someone that lack access to electricity, lack access to roads, lack access to network services to stop deforestation? That's your own. My Ogasio Limilaf, what contribution do you have, or what achievement do you have in advocating this climate change in Katsina State through your platform? And also, my NYSN chairman, your question is that how can young people like me, youth, can meaningfully be engaged in this climate advocacy, not only through campaigns like this and awareness, but through green energy, green jobs, entrepreneurship, and innovation? Then to my SA, sir, please, what plans did government have for areas that are affected by insecurity, like my own Pascari? How are you going to, what plan do you have for them in addressing this climate change and climate actions? Thank you very much, sir. Please, I'm waiting for this.
Thank you so much, because due to the time factor, I think you have
please
to meet them.
Me. I need these answers, please. Please,
no.
Yes, you understand?
No.
Take your time, please. Sorry. Let them answer it from, please. Yes, please. That's it. Thank you very much, please.
I think we'll answer just one question, please.
Okay. Well then, I think last week you asked me almost similar question, Umar Musa Radua, while we were talking about climate. Already, I just mentioned one of the initiatives of LumiLab, which is Lumi Climate. You see, the idea of all what people are doing in terms of campaigns, in terms of awareness, in terms of plant trees, is we are all individuals. Like me personally, I'm a private person. I didn't work with the government. But I know this climate issue is my issue. It's not government issue. It's not you issue, it's us issue. So that's why we are doing what we are doing in our capacity to educate other people, to plant trees if we can, to clean schools if we can, so that we can play our role. And by doing that, we inspire other people, we inspire young people to do that. So the idea of saying what these are doing, no. It's about what you can do, what I can do. If we can do it at large, then we can solve the problem. So I think that what LumiLab is doing, and that's what most the organizations are doing. Creating awareness is not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because they said awareness is what? It's power. So if someone is aware of the issue, it's very likely to solve that issue. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Mr. What's your name, please? Hamzako? Haruna. Okay, Mr. Haruna. I think your question, most of the people that are here need to have an insight on your own question. And I would like to speak in Hausa. Abin da kenan shine, shi wannan abin na climate change da ake magana, ba sai an jawo ka ba an ce maka, come, za a yi wani advocacy ko wani abu. No, just have that feeling kai kanka in your mind that wannan abu ne wanda zan yi mai kyau. For what? For future. Abu ne wanda zan yi zan taimaki kaina. Kana shakan oxygen, haka ne? Mr. Umar, yana shakan oxygen. Akwai abubuwan sauran abubuwan climate, you know, abubuwan nan duka abu ne wanda personally za su taimake ka. So ba sai NYCN ta zo ta ce ma ta jawo ka ba ta koya ma wani abu. No, just have that in your mind. Our only thing is mu abin da za mu iya yi shine za mu iya creating awareness. Ka fahimta? We can create awareness cewa climate action gashi, just like Umar said. We can create awareness, but the action, we need to take action. We need to have that sense of responsibility, all of us here. Dole sai mun sa sense of responsibility. It's not the action, it's not the work of SA or SSA. No, have that moral responsibility that cewa wannan abun I'm doing it for good, I'm doing it for my own self, for future. So I think this is it. So in Allah, I think I've answered your question. Kuma kamar yadda na faɗa ɗazu, za mu ci gaba da advocating through social media and what have you. Da abin da kuka gani, wanda kuke tunanin you guys want to come in, our doors are always open, just like my brothers here said. Thank you.
Okay, can I answer this question? Okay. So yana tambaya ne kan wani hanyoyi wanda yake zaune ƙauye ko wanda take mutanen da suke zaune ƙauye ya za a yi su a yi tackling din issue din su na climate change. So abin da muke so kowa ya sani shi afforestation, that is shuka itace abu ne da yake renewable. Ana yi da yawa kuma ana ƙara dasawa, inda za ka sari ice yau ka dasa 2 ko 3 so bai ƙarewa. But the problem is that su da suke ƙauyen suna sarewa ba su dasa. Da haka awareness ɗin da muke providing shine mun sa a ƙauye ba za mu iya ce mu matar ƙauyen zuwa ta kunna gas ta yi sanwa da shi ba za ma ta sa wani mai gidan ma ba zai yadda ba. Amma plant more trees. Sannan mun je wani ƙauye a cikin ɓatagarawa can Inwalar jan gefe mun yi sensitization raddaren da za a yi hutu. 'Yan makaranta muka tara suka gayyato mana da yake mun sanar da mai unguwai me za a yi taron sai ya gayyato mana mata suka zo suka zauna suka saurare mu. The only method da muka bi masu don su understand shine sai muka ce masu wannan itacen da za a dasa sadaqatu jariya ne. Kana yin sufo lahira ka kamar yadda wannan mai kudin zai gina islamiya masallaci, ke kuma baki da halin gina masallaci baki da hali to ki gina wannan tsuntsun da ya zo ya kwana a wannan iccen ko ya ci abinci kina da lada har bayan mutuwaki. Sai suka nace suka murna suka dinga wasu ma sai suka dinga ce mu da yake malaman su suka gayyace mu cewa suna so a zo a yi masu plantation, muka ce za mu masu providing plants din da za su yi kawai abin da muke so su yi mana alƙawarin za su yi ta kinke shi. Sai suka ce to suka zo muka yi masu bayani a addinance cewa wannan abin da muke sadaqatul jariya ne, kuma ba kwa ke da damar gina masallaci ba da makaranta to ke kina da ikon da za ki iya dasa ice kuma ki nurturing din shi ya girma. Daga nan duk suka da malaman da ke makaranta nan take sai da suka ce mu ma muna so next albashin mu za mu sayo kwanduna ku taimaka ku kawo mana da shi. So kaga abu ne mai sauki, dole ne kowa da yanda yake ake tafiyar da shi. Da haka mutanen da suke rural areas I provide empowerment in terms of a green economy. Mu nuna masu muhimmanci saboda mata su ne suke processing na agricultural product, kowa ya sani suke yin kuli suke yin wasu duk wani processing na agricultural. Ganye yanzu da kaje na zogale wa ke kawo shi mostly daga ƙauye ne. So idan mace tana iba zogale ta dafa ta saida ya za a ta yadda asara iccen. Don haka akwai hanyoyi da dama da muke amfani da su wurin wayan ma waɗanda suke zaune in rural communities. Ba za mu ce masu dole su yi amfani da sola ba, amma majority da suke zaune a urban areas su ne muke wayan makai da cewa za su iya using other alternative for cooking. I hope I answer your question, please.
All right, thank you so very much. I think that's the end of our session.
Where is our photographers, please? a photo session for our panelists. And I think, where is Entomaki? Chicago, ya aka yi. All right, thank you all. Let's appreciate our moderator, Abdul Karim, and all the other panelists. Thank you. Nalla ma hada hannu mu taba musu mana. Thank you. This is another high time to officially unveil the Climate Change Club, a platform that will empower our students to take the ownership of the climate advocacy. And I think it's a high time to invite our amiable professor, the SA Climate Change Professor Muhammad Al-Amin, to take lead on this. But before then, let me start calling the name of the school so that they can step ahead with their representative and the student, please. GGCK Senior, are you here? Come forward. GGCK Senior. Hello. GGCK Senior. Are you here with us? So where are the GGCK Junior? Is the Junior around? GGCK Junior, please. Okay, ma. Thank you. She is the vice principal. Join us here. Yeah, ma. And you are a student, so that you can receive some plant and plant equipment, manual, and what have you. Sorry, ma. Join us. GGCK Junior and your student, please join us here to the stage. Don Allah ku yi sauri a ba su hanya, ga hanya a nan. MPS kada su cire ma tripod, ka bari su wuce. Thank you. An opening first, then the presentation, please. Professor, over to you. Where is Karopi, please?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Na ga da 'yan ƙanana waɗanda ƙila grama ɗinsu ba ta da maci yawa, kuma saƙon da muke da shi yana da muhimmanci. So instead mu yi amfani da yaren bature, ina ga ya kamata mu yi da hausa saboda 'ya'yan nan namu 'yan ƙanana su fahimci abin da muke so a yi. Masu girma shugabannin wannan makaranta da kuma manyan gobe, assalamu alaikum. An ce za mu yi unveiling ɗin climate clubs na makarantu da ke jihar Katsina, kuma wannan makaranta ita ce ta farko da aka zaɓo saboda mahimmancinta da ƙoƙarinta da jajircewar shugabancin da ke makarantar. Kamin mu yi unveiling, abinda ake nufi da unveiling abubuwa guda uku ne. Na farko, a faɗi mahimmancin samun clubs 'yan ƙungiyoyi na sa kai na ɗalibai wajen maganar shuka bishiyoyi. Na biyu, mu ɗan yi takaitaccen bayani akan manual, wato daftarin da aka tsara wanda za su riƙa bi wajen gudanar da wannan hidima. Na uku, mu ba su abin da ake ce ma zabirar wannan aiki, kit da za a yi wannan abu ɗin nan, wato sheburi da fartanya da abin ban ruwa da iri da sauransu. Wannan shine abin da za mu yanzu. Akwai makarantu da yawa waɗanda za su zo a yi wannan, to amma idan muka yi da wannan makaranta ɗin farko, ina ga others suna gani za su gane abin da muke ciki. But the most important, abin muhimmanci da ya kamata mu sani shine me yasa ake son a yi dashen itatuwa a yanzu. Tunda tun kakanninmu ana dashen itatuwa, tun lokacin sarki Dikko ake dasa itatuwa saboda a yi maganin kwararowar hamada. To kuma yanzu kuma an ƙara zuwa ana ta magana dashen itatuwa. Menene bambancin wancan da wannan? Akwai, kuma shine ya tara mu. Da ana dasa itatuwa ne, kai ɗalibai ku shiru a saurara, in ba haka ba I will put my academic rap and start disciplining people. As a classroom teacher, I taught in nursery, primary, secondary, tertiary, up to university level, so I know how to control my class. Ku bi a hankali, ina da eagle eye to see waye ke surutu, waye kuma ke miƙa me. Now, a takaice me ya sanya yanzu muke ta jajircewa akan a dasa itatuwa? Dalili na farko wanda shine muhimmanci shine mu kare wannan duniya tamu daga wato hatsarin da ke takuso mata. Allah ta'ala da ya halitta duniyan nan sai ya yi ta kashi ke za ki tashi tsaye ba? Yawwa. Sai ya halitta ta kashi 30 cikin 100 shine inda ƙasa take. Wannan soil ɗin nan gaba ɗayan duniya kashi 30 ne cikin 100 muke da ƙasa. Kashi 70 cikin 100 duk ruwa ne ya zagaye gaba ɗaya duniya ɗin nan, kuma ya shiga cikin ƙasa ɗin ya zagaya. Banda wannan akwai ruwa wanda Allah ya ajiye daskare a inda muke ce ma polar zones. To sai Allah ya sanya temperature ɗin da duniya za ta rayu a kai kada ta wuce 14 degrees. Kamar misali, idan mutum yana masassarar malaria, za ku ga temperature ce ke yin sama, sai mutum ya je yana jin sanyi. Da ka ji jikinka ka fara jin sanyi, ka san ba lahiya kake da shi ba, ko kuma ka ji kana jin zahi. In aka sha maganin malaria ya fara aiki, mai ake ji? Ba sai gumi ya fara tsaro ba. To regulating din temperature din ce wannan maganin ke yi, shine amfanin shi. To Allah ta'ala sai ya sanya bishiyoyi su ne za su regulating temperature ta duniyan nan. Idan ba su yi wannan aikin ba, to duniya za ta ɗumama. In ta ci gaba da ɗumama, akwai matsaloli iri-iri, tun daga ƙarancin abinci da ciwace-ciwace sabani da za su zo, da kuma samun rishin jituwa tsakanin mutane saboda matsaloli iri-iri da za su zo. Shi ya sanya Allah ya kawo bishiyoyin nan kuma ya ce mu rene su. Ɗazu cikin yaran da suka yi mana debate, akwai da ta kawo aya a cikin Qur'ani inda Allah ke cewa mu riƙi wannan a matsayin major assignment a rayuwarmu ta duniya. Now, ya bishiyoyi suke suna kyautata temperature? To yadda suke yi shine suna shakar carbon dioxide. Shi carbon dioxide shi ke kawo ɗumamar yanayi, sannan sai su buso mana oxygen sai mu shaƙa. Mu kuma muna fitar da carbon dioxide ɗin nan mu shaƙi oxygen. To idan wannan alaƙa ta mutane, halittu da kuma bishiyoyi bata inganta ba, bata ƙarfafa ba a preserving ɗinta ba, to duniya ne za ta samu manyan matsaloli. So banda kwararowar hamada wanda sarki Dikko da sauran shugabanninmu suka yi ta magana a shuka bishiyoyi, yanzu kuma muna magana ne akan controlling ɗin global temperature. Saboda haka nan abu ne wanda ya shafi ku matasa. A cikin hall ɗin nan yanzu mu da muka kai shekara 60, duk inda aka ƙara shekara 10, 20, 30 sai dai muna kallo. A cikin ku akwai wanda nan da shekara 50 ma kuna ta hoɓɓasa. So duniyan nan yanzu ta kuce. Abin nan ana yi ne domin ku. To da maimakon a yi shi a madadin ku ƙara ku zage damtse ku yi da kanku shine muhimmancin wannan. So climate clubs na makarantu an zaɓi matasa da waɗanda suke so su shiga cikin waɗannan clubs ɗin nan, kuma mu za mu ba da kayan da za a gudanar da waɗannan hidima. Wannan abu da muka yi display yanzu kawai is to demonstrate, amma akwai list na a lot of abubuwa da ke cikin kits ɗin nan da kuma daftarin da aka tsara na yadda hatta za ku yi meeting, da yadda za ku yi reporting, da yadda za ku yi invitation, da yadda za ku yi request da sauransu. A Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya akwai kuɗaɗe da aka ware for makarantu domin su yi requesting a basu su yi harkar taimakon climate. Makarantar ku da take a wannan ƙaramar local government inda kuke gani kamar ba ta da muhimmanci, wallahi ta rubuta akwai process ɗin da har Secretariat General na Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya zai gani ya approving kuna cikin makarantu da za a yi, kuma za a kawo muku abin da ya kamata. So amma sai an yi foundation, sai an ga how serious you people are. Saboda haka nan muna kira ga ɗalibai da shugabannin makarantu da Allah wannan ɗan abu introduction ne aka yi. In kuka faɗaɗa shi, kuka inganta shi, to yana da muhimmanci kwarai da gaske. Kuma mai girma gwamna a shirye yake a kowane lokaci aka buƙaci wata buƙata a yi. Daga makarantar ku in kuka rubuta wani buƙatunku, Secretariat ta Climate Change direct za ta tafi wajen mai girma gwamna, saboda mu muna ƙarƙashin ofishin shi ne, a department ne under his office. Sannan akwai tsarin da mai girma gwamna ya yi wanda bai kamata in faɗi ba, amma saboda muhimmanci is good in faɗi. Ya ce a shirya mashi jadawalin da zai riƙa kai ziyarar bazata, kawai sai ku gan shi a lokacin da kuke climate club ɗinku, ba za a faɗi ba, mu kanmu ba za mu sani ba. So kun ga ya kamata kar a embarasin makarantu, kowace makaranta ta zo ta yi abin da ya kamata sannan a inganta wannan abin. Akwai wannan climate club at tertiary level, akwai a secondary level, akwai a basic level. Dan abin da muke gani kamar karami ne, wallahi babba ne. Kuma gwamnatin jihar Katsina shirye take ta tabbatar waɗannan abubuwan nan sun yi yadda ya kamata. So a yanzu za mu gabatar da ‘yar takarda ‘yar ƙarama wadda muka yi summarizing ɗin shi wancan babban daftari da za a kawo a makarantunku, wanda take kunshe, ina takardun suke, wadda take kunshe da waɗannan abubuwan da ake expecting ku yi. Ina karofi? Su wannan takardar ta faɗi abin da malami zai yi, abin da shugabannin club za su yi, abin da membobin club za su yi. Sannan ta faɗi menene ya kamata ku bukata daga gare mu, sannan periodically menene za mu zo mu gani a makarantunku, sannan ya za a yi rewarding, because duk abin da za a yi akwai wani mahimmancin abu da reward da zai komo a baya. Misali, a lokacin azumi mun shirya climate green competition, muka yada a social media. Mutane suna ganin abin da kuma bai da wani mahimmanci, wasu kuma suka dage suka yi participating. Ɗaliban da suka yi participating aka zaɓi waɗanda suka yi ƙoƙari da kyau, aka karrama su, ba aka garin Katsina ba. Gwamna ya ce a ɗauki jirgi a kai su Abuja. Abujan ma kuma a kawo su a Hilton Hotel, wanda shine babban hotel ɗin garin Abuja. Sannan a sanya NTA da TBC da channels da ɗayan Arise ɗin duk su haska fuskokinsu Najeriya ta gani. Sannan mu a Secretariat ta Climate Change muka ce mai girma gwamna ya ba su prize na 50,000. A wurin ne ya ce kowa ya mai da shi rabin miliyan 500,000 aka babba su. Sannan kuma yanzu haka ya ce mana mu yi tunanin scholarship, special climate scholarship, waɗanda za a faɗaɗa a ga waɗanda suka sa ƙarfi suka sanya kuma hazaƙa a ciki. Ya zama to ko da kuna da komai a school ɗinku, amma kai takalminka ko kuma hijabinki ko kuma takardunki ko school bag ɗinki ya fi na sauran, saboda you are under climate scholarship. Banda wannan akwai ziyarce-ziyarce. Za mu karɓi ziyarar mutanen Qatar, yara 'yan secondary da 'yan primary za su zo su ziyarce mu su ga me muke na climate. Sannan muna fatar in suka tabi mu kuma mu samu zakarkaru daga cikinku mu tura su wasu ƙasashe ɗin. Akwai exchange program, akwai abubuwa da dama. Sannan babban abin da yake da muhimmanci shine akwai lada. Da za an gaya mana MC Bahaushe ce sadaqatu jariya ce. In ka shuka bishiya, ruwan da ka sa, tsuron da ya taso, tsuntsayen da suka ci, tsutsotsin da suka amfana, iskan oxygen da ta fitar, duka lada ne Allah ke rubuta maka. Tun daga lokacin da suka fara wannan har lokacin da suka yi ƙarshen su. To ashe abu ne mai girma. Saboda haka nan muna kira ga ɗalibai, muna kira ga malamai da shugabannin makarantu, don Allah wannan hidima a bata muhimmanci, kuma sannan a tabbatar a yanzu za mu ba makaranta ta farko wannan operational guideline, wannan summary din ne. Wannan kowane yaro zai iya tsayawa ya karanta a lokacin da yake ba, it won't take time. Sannan akwai main blueprint din wanda za mu kawo later on. Sannan as a gesture za mu ɗebi part of these things a ba makarantu din, sannan sai su tafi sai next school ta zo. Haka ne? To yanzu me za a yi? To a ɗauko a kawo. Waye zai karɓa cikin
representative na GC
ko kuwa ɗalibai?
Senior, please.
To.
Za ta ansa. Wata ɗaliba ɗaya ta zo, ku haɗu da principal. Bismillah. Ko head girl tana nan? Okay. To da Allah mu taba musu. Thank you. Professor muna godiya. Sai na junior malama da ɗaliba ɗaya za su taso su an shi next please. Thank you. So za ku iya zuwa ku zauna tunda mun sallame ku. Thank you. So sai daga su sai ɗaliban Dukko College idan kuna kusa, shugaban makaranta ko shugaba ko wakili da ɗalibai da Allah Dukko College mi sauri. Thank you. Alright, thank you. Za ku iya zama, mun gode muku sosai. Ina yan Dukko College please. Dukko College please. So KCK senior suna nan? KCK senior. Ai. KCK senior please. All right, a representative of Dukko College, this way answer from the advice.
I am asked to make some few remarks in English language so that when we post it in the website of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, the whole world will understand what we are doing today. As I said earlier, we have gathered students and their school management here to empower them with equipment and with guidelines for planting trees and running climate adaptation clubs in primary and post-primary schools. This is one of the schools that were invited. They were deliberately selected because of the high performance and the capacity that the school have in terms of its output. So we want to congratulate the school management and as well as the student for displaying the capacity, let me say capacity, of being here. His Excellency, the Executive Governor, is really very much in awe of your dedication, and he pledges to give all the necessary support that is needed to ensure that climate advocacy goes to the grassroots, climate intervention and efforts to combat the effects, negative effects of climate change are actually done in the best way possible. We will handle the small manual as well as the equipment as just a demonstration. Other things will follow to your schools, and we want to assure you that we are going to keep close marking, paying scheduled and unscheduled visits, including the presence of His Excellency at some times that you may never know, to see what we are doing. Plant a tree, it will plant your future. Sustain a tree, it will sustain the world. So this is the message. It is not a slogan, but a solution. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. A symbolic presentation to representative of Duco College and one other student from Duco College, please. All right, thank you. Next is KCK Senior. You are to receive the equipment now. Thank you, ma. KCK Senior and one other student from KCK. Where is KCK Junior? All right, join us, please. KCK Junior. Okay. Okay, thank you. Now to KCK Juniors. KCK Juniors. Representative of KCK Senior. Our senior teacher is here with any other student. All right, thank you. We can call it so symbolic, and I know the Prof and the SSA, they are taking their leave for an emergency meeting. Yes, so that this is a closure. We are taking a closing remark, and then we will continue with presenting the equipment and manual to all the remaining schools. I think there are 20 in number.
Okay, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, we have flag off to be done by dignitaries. They are already there waiting for us. So we are going to divide this occasion into two. While some of us will be with the dignitaries, each of the dignitary will be planting his tree and doing the necessary things. part of us will be here to usher in the other schools and other organizations to have this symbolic presentation. As I said, this is a symbolic presentation. We have about 25 schools that are listed that the Climate Change Secretariat and other government functionaries will be visiting tomorrow and next tomorrow to deliver the amount of seedlings that are donated to each school with all other things that will accompany it. We will start from tomorrow and we will end up next tomorrow. But before then, we would want part of the team to please be calling other schools to come and collect these symbolic tools, while my humble self and some few others will be going out to meet the VIPs for the flag off. What do we mean by the flag off? Just as the representative of the governor did earlier on, is to, dig the soil, plant the seedling, and cover it with a protective basket. That is what the chairman did, the chairman of the occasion, and this is precisely what we are going to have. All the VIPs that were invited and those that are coming now, they are already in the field at various places. We'll do that while you are doing this thing. We want to appreciate you very much, sincerely, and applaud you for the dedication, hard work, and the interest you show in this thing. It is indeed our future. It is an investment, and it is something that you will be proud of. If we see green in Katsina, we see happiness in Katsina. Most of our problems are actually related to environmental mismanagement. If we manage our environment very well, we would see results. Even the banditry we are having at rural areas, the clashes between farmers and herders, it all have its roots from the mismanagement of our environment. The Deputy Vice Chancellor of Umar Musa Yaradua just a while ago mentioned the catastrophe that is happening in our rural areas, in which trees are being cut. A tree that had survived more than 40 years, in just within less than an hour, could be cut down, burnt down, and be transported as charcoal. These are anti-environmental. They are devastating. They are bad practices, and we abhor this. We want people planting, sustaining, and cherishing green. We don't want people to be burning, destroying, and devastating the environment. Thank you very much, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us and bless our dear state. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Thank you so much, Professor. We can call it a closing remarks, but we are not yet over. We are to continue distributing the manual plants and planting equipment to all other schools. Now to invite Alhaji Umar Damballaji, a prolific writer, to present the next. Thank you, sir. Where is GPSS Kopa Sauri, please? And GPJSS Kopa Sauri, the do. Join us as you receive this from the Secretariat of Climate Change, please. The student and the head teacher. So the GPSS, where is your head teacher? While we are presenting this, I think the item 7 is already there distributed. So kindly be patient as it will reach you. All right, thank you, ma. And where is the head teacher of GPJSS Kopa Sauri? Your head teacher. Next, SEO, Genio. What's the meaning of SEO? Science. Okay, Sir Emeka Ofo. Okay, Sir Emeka Ofo. Okay. I don't see the SEO. Sir Emeka Ofo. So, SEO, please, where are you? Join us. Well, I like the acronym behind your name. This is the head teacher. And where is a head boy or a head girl? So join us here as you will take this to go back to school and do the needful. Next is Sanjay Kais. Sa Osman Nagogo, Genio, Arabic and Islamic Studies. Okay. Sankai is Genio, please. Where is your head teacher? I can see him coming. Thank you. I can see you in black. DJ ba interlude ka ban mu shiru haka. Where yake yi ba? Where yake yi ko? An kai kudin neman auren shi, an bani. Muna son ɗaliban duka su hausa madan mu samu mu yi hoto ko? Please. Next is GSFE. Are you here? GSFE. GSFE, please. So the meaning of GSFE. GSFE. Oh, Government School for the Blind. But GSF, okay, FP, Government School for the Blind. Thank you. We appreciate your presence. Government School for the Blind. Where is your head teacher, please? And the head teacher, I can see he's absent. Okay, a warm handshake. Huh? And some smile, please. All right, thank you. Thank you, Mala Umar Dambalaja, and also the manual. Thank you, Alaji Umar Dambalaji. And so, and the next is GSS Copper and Dhaka. GSS Copper and Dhaka. Join us here. And also GJSS Copper and Dhaka. The two. All right. Okay, the GJSS Kopa Endaka. And equipment to you. Where is the senior, please? GSS Copper Endaka, where are you? The senior, please. All right, thank you. All right, let me invite Director Schools Haji Aralia to present the other ones. Haji Aralia, Director School, please join us here. GSS Dutton Sapa Locus. GSS Dutton Sapa Locus, join us, please. Thank you. Now, GSS Dutton Sapa Locus. Then family support program. And also GSS Kofa Kaura. All the three join us here. For your equipment. And by tomorrow, the Secretariat will give 3 to in your schools so that you can do the needful as it is. GSS Dutton Sapa Locus Family Support Program and GSS Kopa Kaurap. Join us all, please. Join us. So where are the head teachers? The head teacher of the GSS Dutton Safi, come forward to receive from Director School Haji Aralia. Thank you. And any other student. Alright, Malam Mustafa, the head teacher of family support. Join us and receive the equipment from Haji Aralia, Director Schools.
Sun bincika sirrin koginmu da binne da ka boya a dazunmu da waɗanne da ka bisa na duwatsunmu can kasa suka gane ma'adunmu haka sun nazarin dabbobinmu sun nazarin al'adunmu da farare duka da.
Alright, thank you. And lastly, GSS Kopa Kaura. Okay, your head teacher is here. Support family support Mongolia, so say that Edama. Thank you.
Da kiɗan mu rawar mu da waken mu haka wasanni na nishaɗin mu sun lura ƙwarai da makaman mu da muke kan mutuncin mu sun da rasa tsarin mulkin mu sun gane irin addinin mu haka yarda da muke yin bautar mu sun lura ƙwarai da sana'un mu cinikin da muke a tsakaninmu saka kiranmu da ɗinkinmu jima da rininmu da zanen.
All right, thank you. GSS Kopa Kaura. Kindly be back to your seat. Thank you. Thank you, Director School. We are honored. Thank you. We are honored and grateful. Is the representative of Umar Musa Adwa University here? A representative of Umar Musa Adwa University. And also a representative of Al-Qalam University, Katsina. Please join us. Also Katsina State Institute of Technology and Management, KSITM. And Hassan Usman, Katsina Polytechnic representative. Also a representative from Federal College of Education, Katsina FCE. My brother Mustafa is here with us from the Agile OTS program. Join us, Mustafa, to present this for us. Join us, Malam Mustafa. Thank you. Wow. You come in mass numbers. Thank you. So we have an energizer of Aluta. Can we do it so that we can energize the floor? No, don't take it like this. All right, Malam Mustafa, present to. Where is the representative of Umar Musa Radu University? Here is a proper handing over of equipment to you. Are you all from Umar Musa Radu University? All right, Ummi representative, take your seat. Thank you. Take your seat from Umar Musa Radu University. Okay, representative of Al-Qalam University, Katsina. Al-Qalam University, are you around? The first Islamic university in Nigeria. Are you around? Okay. Katsina State Institute of Technology and Management, KSITM. The ICTs gurus. Where are you? Okay. The Hassan Usman Katsina Polytechnic. All from HUK Poly. Gidan Sojoji. You know, go carry last. Okay, a proper presentation. And now the last of it, the representative of Federal College of Education, Katsina, FCE Katsina.
Muke sanya su akan hanya ta zuwa ƙauye ko alƙarya komai laka rubuki da kaya kan sun mana tsawa sai mu tsaya.
All right, thank you, Malam Mustafa, for your kind gesture. Thank you all.
Mai ikon yayi jayayya haka sun aka shigo mana Afirka suka samu ƙasa mai albarka mai yalwa mai damina iska da wajen noma a garka da mutane kowa na harka kowa ya san wancan karni da ake ta tijara mai muni ba mai jin daɗi da sukuni don zalunci don hairani da yawan yaƙi fanni cinikin bayi a tsakaninmu shi ne hanyar neman samu mu ke kakame junanmu mu buga musu kangi da hannunmu muka samu sayar da a tsakaninmu turawa su ma ba shakka suka kutsa kan wannan harka na sayan bayi daga Afirka a hada su aje da cikin sarka babbar hedikwatar su Amurka cinikin bayi fa ya gawurta aka ruruta shi ya kasaita turawa a dukka suka fuskanta a Afirka suna sai 'ya'yanta a wajen manyan dillalanta domin ciniki ne mai riba mai kawo girma mai haiba a kasar Arabiya da Uruba domin ba fa'adi sai riba ba aiki ne na rabanta ba sai ka ta ake amfaninka ka cire tausayi a idanunka bajin kai ka da adame ka da ma can ba masu kwabagunka daga wannan mummunar harka.
Before taking some poem to refresh our spirits once more, before the closure of this event, I think it is not over. We have one school left. The representative of GCK, Genio, please join us. The head teacher and the student. I think we are not being skeptical, but it's omission.
Ya Allah, ya Allah, da kanmu a ka mu so juna. Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah, da kanmu a ka mu so juna. Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah, da kanmu a ka mu so juna. Sanye mai keta mara adalci, sanye mai halin. Sababin mutuwar auren bahaushe a wannan zamani ku taho ku jiya a cikin tsanaki badan na abi ku ba. Sababin mutuwar auren bahaushe a wannan zamani ku taho ku jiya.
All right, thank you, sir. DCK Genio, the last of our list. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Fata aka sa yara duka makaranta a aji ɗaya tare da jarfata. Allah ya Allah ya Allah, haɗa kanmu a Afirka mu so juna. Allah ya Allah ya Allah, haɗa kanmu a Afirka mu so juna. Allah ya Allah ya Allah, haɗa kanmu a Afirka mu so juna. Ranyi Ingila dai bai kwanta ba, sauran dauloli na Uruba da Arab da waɗansu.
All right, thank you. I think before the closure of the day, before drawing the curtains, we have to take another session of poetry. I shall be inviting Joeria Sadisu to take the stage. Joeria Sadisu, then after her, Aminatu Musa Dankama, and then Asma'u Adamu. Thank you for being here with us, for being patient till the item has arrived. Joeria Sadisu.
Assalamu alaikum. Good day, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and other special guests. My name is Joeria Sadisu, and I am a student. I wrote this poem titled Roots of Change in Katsina. Hope you like it. In the heat of the day, where the dry winds blow, Katsina stands tall, letting green dreams grow. The earth was weary, the skies turned pale, but hope took root in the farmer's trail. A seed in the ground is a promise begun, a shield for the soil from the burning sun. Hands join together, young voices cheer, for forests to guide what we all hold dear. From Funtua's field to Daura's lane, new trees are rising after the rain. Shade will spread where the dust once swirled, breathing fresh life to a thirsty world. They plant not just trees, but seeds of will, each filling a promise, steadfast still. From Duzama to Batagrao's gate, they write new songs for their children's fate. The neem will grow where the sand once lay, the shade will bless the farmer's day. Winds will dance with greener breath, holding back the desert's death. This is no dream, nor idle plea, but work of hands that plant to see a Katsina strong, a land reborn where forest meets each waking dawn. O earth, Remember this hour, this year, when we choose to guide what we hold dear, and may our footprints, gentle and true, mark the path where life walks true. O Katsina, rise, let your forest sing, let cool winds dance and the rain clouds cling. For each tree planted, a new dawn starts, greening the land and warming our hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me.
I thank you. I think Joria made a very good presentation, and I will change your title a letter from Katsina. All right, thank you. Next is Aminatu Musa Dankama. Let's celebrate her, please, so that she will start building and growing her confidence. Go. The stage is not easy. It will ever remain unclear. Thank you, Aminatu.
Assalamu alaikum, esteemed guests. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Aminatu Musa Dankama, and I am deeply honored to be here today in the presence of all special guests. I would like to share with you a piece that speaks with me about planting trees. The title of my piece is Plant Trees in Katsina with Care. Plant trees with care for earth's delight, for shade and for oxygen in the morning's light. They bring life to soil and creatures too, a green gift to the future for me and for you. Itatuwa tsofaffi sun daɗe tsaye da labarinsu da ba a faɗa ba. Shekarunsu a cikin rassansu, tsufansu a jikinsu. Yanke su yana kawo asara mai yawa. Ma'ajiye su da kulawa don a tuna labarinsu. Young saplings grow with a tender might, need protection from harm in the sun's warm light. Plant more with passion and let the old ones stay. Together they weave a greener day. In Katsina's land, the climate shift is felt. Changing patterns bring challenges to melt. In Dutsenma and Sapana, winds do blow, affecting lives in a way that few may know. Drought comes long in Kankia's dry plains. Crop wither passed under the burning runs. In Batagarawa and Puntua, space is wide. Farmers adapt to climate unpredictable tide. Rain comes late or fall in a heavy flow. In Malimfashi and Mani, the impact grow. Water sources dwindle, rivers slow their pace. Communities struggle in a climate-changing space. The people of Katsina seek ways to adjust. In Bindawa and Damusa, resilience is the must. Planting trees, conserving water's vital role, helping communities cope in Katsina's changing soul. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Put the mic on the chair. Thank you. Thank you, Aminatu Musa Dankama. We're going to take another one, Asma'u Adamu. Let's celebrate Asma'u Adamu. She will grace the stage with her applause of words. Next time, all the poets, you will be better sending your profile so that we can go through it. We will introduce you in a better way that you will enjoy.
Climate change, climate change, climate change. When the last tree falls, the last breath follows. But here in Katsina, we refuse that prophecy. We are raised as planters, as protectors, as poets of tomorrow. The desert is moving, the wind is warning, the sky is whispering, act now or lose tomorrow. But we are not people who bow to the sand, we are people who turn dust into destiny. For every seed we bury in Katsina, we bury hope into history. For every tree we rise to the sky, we rise a generation that will not die. Wisdom moving in. As Wangari Maathai reminded us, when we plant trees, we plant seeds of hope and seed of peace. And our own House of Proverbs just says, Dutse baya taɓa mantawa da wanda ya ɗaga shi. The rock never forgot the hands that lifted it. And yet, let us not forget about this timeless truth. When we test the seed, we shall succeed. And let the world know from Katsina, we plant not just trees, we plant justice, we plant survival, and we plant forever. Imagine a Katsina where sustainable energy powers our homes, our industries, and our imaginations. A Katsina where climate resilient agriculture fits our families, our communities, and our economy. See, we can make this vision a reality, but only with our collective genius and a great leaders with the compassion of change. And so may our forests rise like minarets, and may our children breathe under the greener skies, and may history one day says, here stood a people who turned sand into sanctuary and planted forever into the hearts of the earth. And I dare to say, it's time for climate change. Once again, I am Asma Adamu from Jibia. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Asma Adamu. Please, can we stand on, do a standing ovation for Asma, please? A standing ovation. Sorry, I like the applause from her. Standing ovation, please. Let's celebrate Asma once more. I need a standing ovation. Wow, this is wonderful and beautiful. Wow, 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 wow. Haka ake son murya, haka ya kamata. Mana. Da Allah mu haɗa hannu mu taɓa Asma'u. Thank you all. I think the drama group are ever ready. So we are ever ready to see your presentation and as well as your performance. Thank you as you take the stage. The mic is ready.
Zan baka na hannu na immediately yayi. Zan buɗe labari. Ku ɗauko kowa ta yi ɗoro da shi. Kowa ta yi ɗosin da shi. Kai kuma. Salamu alaikum jama'a barkanku. Yanzu za mu yi drama ne game da illoli da canjin yanayi yake kawo mu game a jihohinmu na Katsina. Kamar yadda za mu fara cewa a drama mai ba da labari ita ce Khadija, sana Mama Rabi, Dokas, sai Alhaji Kuɗi mutum ne wanda bai damu da komai ba sai kuɗin da yake samu daga yanke itatuwa. Sana sai aboki mahaukaci ne amma kuma duk da mahaukaci ne ya san illolin da canjin yanayi yake kawowa. Sana sai Amina yar makaranta ce mai hankali wadda Ihsan ce za ta wadda Maryam ce za ta buga mana role din nan. Sai Baba Gana shi ko manomi ne mai tsogumi wanda kullun gani yake laifin gwamnati ne. Sana sai mai gari Tukur wanda kokari yake kullun shi kuma wurin yadda za a cimma matsalolin canjin yanayi. Shine Muhsin. To mun gode. Wasan kwaikwayon zai kasance ne a garin daji. Yanzu Sinwan a gidan Baba Gana mai bada labari mu je.
Barka da zuwa garin daji. Ƙauye mai kyau a da wanda a yanzu yana da zafi sosai. Kuma mutane suna ƙorafi da yawa akan hakan.
Kai. Wai o Allah na. Wannan ranar na son soya ne kamar dambu. Wai, tunda bisiyoyi suka face, har kajina sun bar
kwanciyar kwai. Kwai, wannan ranar na son kashe mu.
Amma ai ba laifina ba ne, laifin gwamnati ne ko kuma mayu.
Komai ai ba laifinka ba ne. Lokacin da ana yankar bishiyoyi, kai ma sayar da ice ai kake.
Ruwa ya gudu zuwa Abuja, kuma kuka kore shi da gatarinku.
Ka ji mahaukaci, wannan wace irin magana ce, fitan mun daga gida mana.
Suna kiransa mahaukaci, amma a wasu lokutan har mahaukacin ma yana ganin abubuwa a fili.
Ƙarshen zango na farko kenan, zango na biyu. Wanda ke sun tuwe je, alhaji kudi mu je, sai san ku bata mai.
Alhaji kuɗi mutum ne wanda bai damu da yanke bishiyoyi ba inda zai samu kuɗi. Sannan kuma ga matarsa Amina wadda ta sa illa yin hakan.
Alhaji, dan Allah ka daina yanke bishiyoyinmu na ƙarshe, ka yi tunani game da yara.
To ai ke kina ta magana akan yara. In da yara ne ai za su iya suka wasu. Ni nan da kike gani ina so in gina gida guda 5. Manyan gida guda 2 da kuma babban gida a Daura.
Amma menene amfanin babban gidan naka idan babu ruwan sama, babu iska mai daɗi, kuma mutane suna rashin lafiya kamar ba za su iya rayuwa ba?
Ni ban taɓa tunanin kai wa ya samu wannan ƙasan mai zafi?
Ƙarshen zango na biyu kenan, sai zango na uku, taron ƙauye. Idan ku goye magana zan an shi mic zan baka.
Mutanen ƙauye sun taru a fadar mai gari domin neman mafita.
To jama'a, zafi fa ya fara kashe mu. Awakai na su ma kamar su fara sa bakin gilashi saboda zafi na rana. Menene mafita jama'a? Akwai wanda zai magana?
Mai gari zan iya magana?
Za ki iya magana.
Me zai hana mu fara gangamin dasa bishiyoyi? Kowane gida su dasa bishiya guda, a sa matasa su kula da su. Mata su kula da bishiyoyi kusa da gida. Da wasan kwaikwayo, waƙoƙi da muhawara kan canjin yanayi za su taimaka wajen isar da saƙo.
To amma wa zai shayar da bishiyoyin ruwa kuma kun san ba lokacin damuna ba ne?
Kai, ba gonarka tana girma duk da haka ba?
To ranka shi daɗe, me zai hana ni zan ba da tsaba wadda za a amfani da ita gurin shuke-shuken, kuma zan gina lambu a maimakon rumbun ajiya.
To, me zai hana mu yi wasan kwaikwayo game da duniya tana roƙon taimako akan canjin yanayi?
Idan ka yanke bishiya guda ka yanke numfashi ɗaya, idan ka dasa guda ka tsawaita rayuka.
To ina tunanin idan muka yi haka za mu ga canji a garin nan insha Allah.
Ƙarshen zango na uku kenan, za mu je zuwa ga zango na 4, sakon rufewa. Ku ɗauko mishin sakon rufewa. Ki gita kafin su fara. Ihsan, za ki magana a shi mic.
Ƙauyen ya zama sananne. Garin daji ya canza daga ƙura zuwa kore. Sun lashe lambar yabo ta jarumta wajen kula da muhalli na Katsina.
Mu shaida ne ƙananan ayyuka suna haifar da manyan canje-canje. Yaƙi da canjin yanayi haƙƙi ne akan kowa ba gwamnati kaɗai ba.
Babu bishiyoyi, babu zaman lafiya.
Mu dasa bishiya, mu ceci al'ummarmu. Yanke-yanken bishiyoyi jaraba ne, mu zaɓi dasa su ya fiye mana alkhairi. Makomar Katsina kore ce, kuma daga kanmu za ta fara da kai. Mun gode.
Yi mai magana kawai mu shiga mai su can mu wuce gaba.
I don't know why. Mike no suka ba mu.
All right, thank you. Muna godiya sosai a madadin MPS Media da KTTV da suka nuna mana da wakilan NTA. Majikin MPS Media da ya ba mu gudunmawa da DJ Solari da ya mana sauti da ɗaliban makaranta da duka manyan baki da magayyata da kowa da yake nan tare da mu da waɗanda suka ba da gudunmawa wajen raba abinci ko ba haka ba na ko kar mu gode musu waɗanda suka ba da gudunmawa wajen raba abinci tun daga kawo shi da raba shi ko mun gode sosai ko akwai wanda bai samu ba are you many in ga hannu a sama a yan makaranta an ce min wai da capacity ku kuka zo da capacity kuka zo haka wani yaro da makaranta ya ce min na wai da capacity suka zo so muna godiya sosai Allah mai da kowa gidan shi lafiya ina jin nan muka kawo karshen abin da muke yi dan mu cika sa abubuwan da aka sanya mun gode sosai Allah mai da kowa gidan shi lafiya thank you all
you.